Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Battle Court Jai-Alai. Tonight's game day features the Cyclones and the Warriors. And with that, I want to welcome everybody into another edition of the Fall 24 Battle Court season. I am Andrew Bleckman, joined alongside Stu Diamond to bring you the Cyclones and the Warriors. How you doing today, Stu?
Andrew, I'm well. It's all balmy, 92 degrees outside here in sunny South Florida. I'm ready for some Battle Court.
Now take a quick look here at the standings right now. You got the Cyclones up there in third place. Again, top four teams do advance to the playoffs in this Fall 24 season. The Warriors looking to get back into the top four there, currently sitting in fifth at 10.5 points. We're going to get started here in the third division of doubles. Great team for the Cyclones. They feature Bueno and Manu in this division against Nicholas and Julian for the Warriors. Bueno and Manu undefeated, a record of 2-0 so far to begin this season. Nicholas and Julian winless at 0-3. First match of the game day of 6 between the Cyclones and the Warriors.
Ready to begin our first match. Bueno has the serve for the Cyclones. Bueno serves. We begin. There's the backhand. Backhand now by Manu. Julian from the 12 line on the left side. Here's Manu. Rebote forehand by Nicholas. Manu's there. There's the backhand. Catch by Julian. Rebote left side. Here's the catch by Manu. Julian from the left side. Catch by Bueno midcourt. Backhand. Julian's there. Backhand from the 10 line. Ball juggled in the front court. First point for the Warriors. Nicholas and Julian. Nicholas will have the serve.
Well, this is a big match for Nicholas and Julian. I mean, tough start to the season. I mean, they had to play Goanaga and Aratz already twice, so those are 2 of their 3 losses. But there are high expectations for this team. Warriors coming off of a championship. You see them on the outside looking in for the playoffs right now. I mean, this third team in particular needs to step it up. No better time than against Bueno and Manu, who've really dominated this division.
Here's the backhand to the inside. Scoop by Manu. Tip by Manu. 2 points for the Warriors. Nicholas and Julian.
And Manu was lights out last time he played for the Cyclones just this past Friday night. Didn't see any misses quite like that.
Here's the backhand by Manu to the inside. Backhand by Julian. Julian from the 12 line. Rebote coming out. Forehand. Right side by Manu. Here's the catch by Julian. Rebote left side. Here's the backhand. Backhand by Julian. Catch by Bueno. Bueno from the 8 line. Nicholas now to the inside. Manu's there. Backhand from the 12. Here's the backhand by Bueno. Rebote left side to the inside from the backcourt by Julian. Here's Manu. Julian on the catch, backhand from the 11 line. Down low is Manu. Big backhand by Nicholas, caught by Manu. Rebote forehand save, cut off by Bueno. Bueno takes a shot, caught by Julian. Julian hard from the forehand, Manu following it for the rebote, he makes the save. Nicholas comes cross court, backhand from the 6th line. Rebote coming way out. Rebote left side to the inside, catch by Nicholas. Manu takes it on the bounce, backhand from the 12 line. Juggling on the catch of Bueno. 3 points for Nicholas and Julian of the Warriors. Nicholas has a serve. And reminder of the scoring here in Battle Court, ladies and gentlemen. The first team to reach 6 points wins the set. The first team to win 2 sets wins the match.
And the biggest weakness, you see the juggle there. I mean, ball clearly popping out of the basket. But so far, the biggest weakness for this Warriors team has been just lacking the shot-making ability up there in the front court. Actually match up pretty well with Bueno and Manu. You're going to see some longer rallies, as evidenced by that last point.
Here's a backhand by Julian. Low and hard. This one picked up by Manu. Big right side by Julian. Here's the backhand. Here's the backhand by Manu. Here's a backhand by Julian. Beautiful catch by Bueno. Bueno hard to the inside. Julian advances, has a tip ball. That'll put the Cyclones on the board with a point. Bueno will have the serve. Again, what we're seeing is volley, volley, volley until you have an opportunity to throw a shot. But if you're throwing it correctly to your opponent, you're not going to set them up to take the shot. Here's the backhand by Manu. Rebote forehand. Catch by Nicholas. 2-all. Stop by Bueno. Bueno, Cortada. Stopped by Julian.
Unbelievable
Julian with a
control.
good stop and a return. Manu takes it on the bounce. Forehand from the 10 line over the top. Picada. Stopped in the air by Nicholas. Big backhand follows. Rebote forehand. Midcourt. Stopped by Nicholas. Nicholas from the right side. That scores. 4 points for Nicholas and Julian. Nicholas has the serve for the Warriors.
I mean, that was really the first true shot attempt in this match. Nicholas going for the 2-wall. Bueno with a great stop on the outside. And in the end, the Warriors were able to come away with an important point, leading 4-1. Look at that. I mean, Bueno's made that catch consistently. I mean, not just this season, but last year.
Here's a backhand. Picked up by Julian deep in the backcourt. Bueno on the catch from the 8 line. Backhand to the inside, and Julian is there. Scoop by Manu. Julian from the forehand. What a catch by Julian. Powerful forehand. Rebote left side. Caught in the air by Nicholas. Nicholas from the forehand to the inside. Manu for the rebote. He makes the play. Scoop by Manu. Backhand from the 9 line. Rebote forehand by Bueno. Scooped up by Julian. Backhand from the 11 line. Manu is there. Powerful, powerful backhand by Manu. That is such a good catch by Nicholas. Forehand to the outside. That will land out of play. 5 points for Nicholas and Julian. Possible set point.
We're seeing him.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to say much more composed Nicholas and Julian team overall, though. But again, that's just a function of the matchup here. Nicholas not forced to throw as many shots against a front quarter like Bueno, who's primarily a more defensive-minded player. I mean, their strategy is pretty clear. Catch one more ball than the Cyclones have worked out very well through this first set so far.
Here's the backhand by Julian. Backhand by Bueno. Here's a catch by Manu. Manu from the forehand. Robote. Robote forehand to the outside. That will land out of play. Point and set to Nicholas and Julian of the Warriors, winning the first set 6-1. We'll put 2 minutes on the board, come back out, and play our next set.
Well, great sign if you're the Warriors. I mean, Nicholas and Julian coming into this one 0-3. But again, I mean, you look at the opponents. I mean, who has this team played? I mean, against Goenaga twice and Zuleika in the other matchup, and both of those players are so aggressive up in the front compared to really a backcourter in Nicholas who's playing up in the front. That's kind of the difference.
Nicholas came up to the front court substitute for Inaki last season.
Yeah,
well,
it's been a couple seasons.
Actually 2 seasons ago when Inaki was out for most of 2023. Here we are in the DraftKings players cage. You see Nicholas there. Julian in the foreground. Again, Julian, one of those players who oftentimes does not take his hand out of the cest if he's got a particularly good tie. Also with Julian, not a lot of conversation going on. There we are on the opposite side of the players cage. You see Bueno, who's had a really standout season so far. Consulting with Amigo Reina there on the right-hand side of the screen, and Ferranda. Both of those players have really come into their own here in 2024. You're watching Battle Court live from the Magic City Jai-Alai Fronton in Miami, Florida. We're currently in our first of 6 scheduled matches on the game day. Completed the first set. We're going to move on to the second obligatory set.
Yeah, you see Manu coming back over. Team captain, #1 ranked player. Led the Cyclones to the championship. That was back in our opening season of Battle Court. 2022, is that the spring, Stu? I think it was. That was our first season. Manu led the Cyclones alongside Manny, Jedden, Carballo, the original Cyclones team, and Manu might be the only one left, only remaining player on that team that won the championship. See Amiga Reina Ferranda just added this year. Bueno's been frozen for a couple seasons with his play in the front in Division 5. It's been a good start to the season for the Cyclones. Also, this Bueno and Manu team, see what they can do to turn it around in set number 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to begin our second set. Bueno will have the serve for the Cyclones.
Again, the Warriors just doing the simple things so well in that first set, putting the ball close to the sidewall, forcing Bueno to play a little more than Manu, and that's how you got to attack this Cyclones team. Not going to give you much for free.
Bueno serves, we begin. Low hard backhand, scoop by Manu. Powerful forehand, passes wall to wall, rebote by Nicholas. Stays to the inside, Manu is there. Rebote left side by Manu. Nicholas from the 7 line, backhand to the inside. Rebote forehand just missed by Manu at the 9 line. First point of the second set goes to Nicholas and Julian of the Warriors. Nicholas has the serve.
Not pleased with something. Not sure exactly what is referencing there, but missed rebote. Not the way the Cyclones are hoping to start this second set. Nicholas and Julian. How about Julian's playing the back so far, just outside of that one miss? He's been playing great.
Backhand 2-all, lands in perfectly to score. 1-1, Bueno serves. Yeah, that was thrown with authority, huh?
Yeah, I mean, as we said, it's kind of like a trick shot, and when it works, and if it doesn't, it really does backfire. But Manu throws it well. He's got great control from the left side. Wherever he releases it, just got that one inside the boundary line. Well done.
Here's the backhand by Manu to the inside. Julian's there. Backhand. Also to the inside. Here's Bueno from the 8. Backhand 2-all again. Lands in. 2 points for Bueno and Manu. Bueno has the serve. Don't know the last time I said that. Cyclones have scored on 2 backhand 2-alls. Look at this. He winds up. Looks like he's throwing it straight back. Just a little tap off that side wall.
Yeah, I mean, Nicholas, there's a lot going on. Focusing on the boundary line, is it going to land in, then trying to scoop it up to the forehand side, which you know is a little more difficult moving towards the outside.
Excellent throw by Julian will score. We're tied up 2 points apiece. Nicholas has the serve for the Warriors.
Yeah, really good job by Julian. Stops the run for the Cyclones, crossing the sidewall low and hard. Not playable off the back end, that rebote.
Beautiful catch by Manu off a hard serve by Nicholas. Rebote. Low hard backhand. Taken in the backcourt by Julian. Bueno from the 8 line. Backhand. Rebote. Beautiful catch by Julian. Scoop deep in the backcourt. Bueno's there. Backhand from the 8 line. That took off but hit the overhead screen. 3 points for Nicholas and Julian of the Warriors. Nicholas serves. Trying to throw it hard and past your opponents, but you got to keep that overhead screen in mind. Basically how high you release it on the front wall. If it hits that top panel and you've thrown it hard, it's probably going to kick.
Yeah, and Bueno's got more than enough power to pass from the left side pretty easily. Just trying to get a little more behind it. Would have fed the rebote, and either way, caught the screen.
Fault over serve. Battle court rules allow for 2 serves. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the forehand 7 line. Rebote forehand save by Nicholas. Lands in. Here's Bueno from the outside. Carambola. Scoop by Nicholas. Nicholas powerfully from the forehand. Manu. Beautiful scoop. And the backhand return. Rebote. Left side. Backhand by Manu. Low and hard. Nicholas looks for the rebote. Keeps it on the forehand. Bueno cuts it off. Rebote comes right up the middle. Fire to the inside by Nicholas. Rebote. That's balls in play. Pilo, stopped by Bueno. Bueno, free wall play, stopped by Julian. There's the backhand. Too low. Hit the pad. 3-3. Players were behaving like they had heard a whistle.
That's dangerous.
Yeah, you got to play through the whistle.
Got to play through. Manu just did. I mean, no look save on that rebote. And Julian, a little awkward as he made that catch, and you can just tell.
Yeah,
I mean, maybe
he had control of it. Yeah,
didn't have full control either way. Ball into the pad. 3-3.
Julian from the forehand. Julian's there. Backhand from the 9 line. What a catch by Manu. Rebote forehand to the inside. Here's Manu from the 11 line. The low runner to the inside caught the pad, and the pad is bad. 4 points for Nicholas and Julian. Nicholas has the serve.
And Manu's had a lot of success on that low runner, particularly when it's close to the side wall. I mean, that's a difficult play. If you bounce it 9 or 10 line, it's coming in fast, coming in hard. That one was well low, though. He caught the lettering there in the pad.
Excellent serve again. Sidearm this time by Nicholas. Here's the catch and return. Manu's there. Backhand from the 10 line. Powerfully thrown. What a catch by Julian overhead. Manu's there. Manu goes wall to wall from the left side. Rebote forehand by Nicholas.
Oh,
what a catch by Nicholas at the 8 line. This one takes off. Rebote coming way out. Bueno for the rebote at the 4 line. Julian gets in there to make the catch. Hard throw. Ball tipped in the front court. 4-4 is the score. Bueno has the serve.
Well, you see that almost every day, Stu. I mean, coming more of a split placement between both players. Nicholas reaching in with one hand. Julian, I mean, you see, I didn't see the lips moving, didn't hear a call, and that's what Nicholas is telling him. You got to be a little more vocal if you
I think Julian was thinking let it go, but he didn't say it. There's a backhand by Julian to the inside. Manu's there. Julian from the 12 line. What a scoop by Manu. Julian gets in there. Beautiful catch. There's the backhand. Manu's there. Backhand from the 11 line. Wall to wall. Out to the rebote. Fired from the forehand of Nicholas. Here's Manu. Rebote forehand by Nicholas. Crossing the wall. Manu for the rebote. Forehand rebote. He makes a save. Here's Julian. Snags it at the 8 line. Low and hard on the return. Scooped by Manu. Rebote forehand saved by Julian. Here's Manu. Manu, another low bullet. Ball tipped off the scoop attempt. 5 points for Bueno and Manu. Possible set point for the Cyclones.
A great illustration of how smart of a player Manu is. He had Julian trapped there on the inside at about the 10 line. Quick release, a low bullet right at his feet.
Right at his
Julian
feet,
couldn't
yeah.
get back in time to make that scoop a little easier. Couldn't move up to take it in the air. Just had to stand in there and couldn't scoop it up.
There's a backhand 2-all. That lands out. Point and set for Bueno and Manu of the Cyclones. 2 minutes go on the board. We'll come back out and play our next set.
Well, that's a little more like the Bueno and Manu we've become accustomed to here in Battle Court. 6-4 in set 2. Our third set will decide this opening match.
So the Warriors took the first set 6-1, 6-4. The direction of the Cyclones in the second set. You see the catch by Julian. Backhand 2-all was working for Manu. But that's out by about 8 inches. But Bueno did the smart thing. Because if you notice that judge protecting himself, one, he doesn't want to get hit with the ball coming off of the floor or out of Bueno's cesta, so he's ducking. So Bueno's got to play it until he hears the whistle, which he heard. Once again, here we are back in the ESPN 3 DraftKings Players Cage. See Bueno a little bit more animated than after that first set. Again, talking with Ferrunda.
Yeah, I mean, after the first point of that second set, I mean, Manu seemed a little more fired up. Came with 2 backhand 2-alls in a row.
Yep.
There's a lot of backs in there, back-to-back backhand 2-alls. Yeah, had to change that up. But
That's
2 in a row.
2
in a row, takes a 2-1 lead. Then you see there 6-4. You don't see that a whole lot. I mean, maybe 1 backhand 2-all, but to go back-to-back, I mean, that just shows the level of precision and the power that Manu has to be able to sneak it by his opponents both times, even when they know it's coming. Well, Nicholas and Julian, pressure's on that team now. They need this set to avoid dropping to 0-4 to begin the season. I mean, with the quality of Nicholas as a second division player, Julian as a 4, and Julian's arguably closer to a 3. He's played in the third division previously in his Battle Court career. And this was a team with pretty high expectations, and to drop to 0-4 and the Warriors outside of the playoffs.
Looks like a rather serious conversation there behind the 13 line. Imagine regarding communication. We'll see what happens.
Third set, Stu.
Ready to begin our third and final set. First team to reach 6 points will win this match. Nicholas will have the serve for the Warriors. Excellent sidearm serve scores for Nicholas. Warriors on the board first. Nicholas has the serve. That sidearm serve is dangerous. It comes in with a different spin, hits the floor between the forehand 7 line. If it crosses the wall,
it changes levels pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, you see that? I mean, Manu doesn't miss many serves at all.
Powerful, powerful backhand by Manu. There's a backhand by Julian. Oh, that took off and hit the overhead screen, which is out of play. We're all tied up 1 point apiece. Bueno has the serve for the Cyclones.
Sometimes it's control, and sometimes it's just the swing. And Julian that time trying to give it a little extra power, and he knew it right away. That hit the top panel up there and kicked well in the overhead screen about the 3 line.
Julian now from the forehand. Manu on the backhand, powerfully thrown. Robote, forehand. To the inside, Manu is there. Backhand, low and hard. Robote left side by Nicholas, cut off by Bueno. Robote, that rebound off the back wall played by the forehand of Nicholas. Beautiful catch made deep in the backcourt by Julian, low runner. Off of Manu Sesto, well thrown. 2 points for Nicholas and Julian. Nicholas has the serve.
And power certainly helps, but placement is king here. I mean, right on the sidewall, not coming in particularly fast, but so well placed here by Julian. Look at this catch. Good control in the backcourt. Low runner. I mean, this thing right on the wall. Reaction by Manu tells you everything. Not moving fast. Expected to make the catch, but so well placed, just couldn't get it in.
Powerful, powerful backhand by Manu. Caught well by Julian. Julian keeps it inside. Bueno gets in there. Backhand from the 8 line. Here's Julian from the backcourt. To the inside. Manu advances, pulls it off the sidewall, and a beautiful catch. Lets loose with that backhand. Robote forehand, low and hard by Nicholas. Dropping and scoring. 3 points for Nicholas and Julian. Nicholas has the serve for the Warriors. Yeah, that's a question. The ball taking an unexpected bounce off the back wall. Manu was in perfect position, just not for that particular ball. Bueno picks it. The carom hits the pad. 4 points for Nicholas and Julian. Nicholas has the serve. Bueno may be under a little bit of pressure to try to finish this off. Again, in order to make that carom, that throw that he tried to make, you really have to have control of it in your basket. It was a tough catch. I mean, that ball was coming in fast off the serve of Nicholas. Don't know that he had control over it to make that particular kill shot. Backhand by Manu. Robote. Forehand by Nicholas. Robote coming out.
Oh, wow.
And scoring. 5 points, possible match point for Nicholas and Julian of the Warriors.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what that one hit, but that really opened up towards the inside.
Yeah, that made like a left turn.
Yeah.
I guess right turn, depending upon, from our view, left turn.
And again, I don't really think that's any fault of Bueno. I mean, he was more in the middle of the court, and that thing shot straight towards the side wall.
Backhand by Manu. Julian, backhand from the 11 line. Julian on the backhand, low and hard, caught by Bueno. Bueno on the backhand, low and hard. Caught by Julian. Julian from the 12 line. To the inside, Manu is there. Manu powerfully from the backhand, and Julian's there. Backhand, takes off, Robote coming out. Bueno sets for the Robote at the 5 line. Catch by Julian. Julian low and hard, caught in the air by Manu. Robote forehand, high and passing. Robote for Bueno. Bueno on the Robote, caught by Nicholas at the 7 line. Low and hard from the forehand of Nicholas, scooped by Manu. Robote, saved by Nicholas. Manu takes it on the bounce. Low and hard to the inside. Julian with a great pickup on the backhand. Picada, the big bounce, brought down by Julian and a great catch. Hard to the inside, Manu is there. Manu to the outside. Rebote forehand to the inside, crossing the sidewall. Manu for the rebote. He makes a fantastic save. Here's Nicholas. Nicholas firing to the inside will score for the win. Point set and a hard-fought match for Nicholas and Julian of the Warriors, winning at 6-1 in the third set.
Just the start the Warriors were looking for. They take it in 3 sets. 6-1 in the first and the third. First points of the game day up on the board for the Warriors. You see that score in the bottom left of your screen. Coming up next, 4th Division doubles, Ron and Amigarena will take on Stan and Manny, coming up in just 2 minutes.
As soon as that high-lie ball leaves the cesta, you can't blink because every second is packed with action. Keep up with the world's fastest ball sport all game day long with bets on the matches, the sets, and each individual point. Find your favorite team or player and get in on the action with DraftKings, the official sports betting partner of the World Jai-Alai League. The crown is yours.
Take a look at that game day scoreboard. The Warriors inching closer to the top 4. Looking to get into the playoffs. And Nicholas and Julian got to feel good for that team. First win of this fall 24 season. Yeah, Stu, you mentioned, I mean, they've played together before. Working out well right there. Here are the winners, Nicholas and Julian.
All right, Nicholas, Julian, congratulations on winning that match, the first win of the season. What was different today that helped you guys get on the winning column?
Pues gracias, sí, pues hemos jugado bien en equipo,
We just played really well as a team
como
today,
había que jugar,
but like we had to play.
y yo creo que hemos fallado menos que los otros partidos,
And I think we failed less than in other
por
matches,
eso que hemos ganado.
and that's why we won.
Yeah, you said pretty much all. I think we played good. We played good the other matches too, but we weren't lucky. They played better, and happy for the first win.
Well, guys, again, congratulations on winning that match. Let's see what else happens on today's game day.
Thank you.
Moving over to the 4th Division of doubles. You're going to see Ron and Amigarena for the Cyclones. They take on Stan and Manny of the Warriors. Both teams 1-1. 1 win and 1 loss to begin this fall 24 season. Cyclones will have the serve. There's a serve. Our second match is underway. Backhand to the inside, dropped at the feet of Amigarena. He runs around it. The rebote, though, is up in the overhead screen. Quick first point goes to the Warriors.
Ball took a bit of a wonky bounce off of the back wall. That's why you saw Amigarena trying to make the adjustment. Just hit the overhead screen.
Fault over serve. Second serve coming up for Stan. Good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. Here's Amigarena. Backhand. Comes up the middle. Manny, tip ball into the backcourt.
It's a rare miss by Manny. Not exactly a handball. I mean, Amigarena throws the ball hard consistently.
Here's Manny now from the 10 line. Backhand towards the inside, dropping low. Amigarena's got it. Low runner. Here's Stan up in the front. Big backhand. Not past Amigarena, reaching into the corner. Manny now up at the 9 line. Low bullet. Picked off the sidewall. Amigarena again, the backhand. Stopped by Stan. Stan puts it on the wall. Amigarena backs up, controls it beyond the 13 line. On the bounce, here's Manny. Picked off on the inside. Amigarena will kick off the sidewall. Stan there again. This one dropping low for Amigarena. Great catch again. Back there at the 12 line. Backhand just does clear the overhead screen. Manny couldn't get up to it. 2 points for the Cyclones.
Ron and Amigarena going over their communication there. Actually communicating. I think Ron asking him to let him know he wants the rebote.
Oh, ball
my.
missed off the serve. That's an ace. 3-1.
Once that ball crosses the side wall, it becomes a little tricky to make the catch. Still some rare misses here for Manny.
Good hard serve. Manny handles on the left side. Backhand powered into the corner. What a catch by Amigarena. Manny stops it overhead from the 12 line. Puts it inside. Here's Ron. Manny now from the 11 line. Forehand. Picked off by Amigarena. Amigarena, the low runner. Stan reaches in to cut it off. Backhand on the wall. Amigarena just beyond the 11 line. Powers this one to the inside. Manny. Amigarena now, backhand from the 11, hard throw, and he's got it again. Amigarena steps back to the 13 line. No bullet, here's Stan up at the 10. Wall to wall from the left side. Ron looking for the rebote. Rebote saved to the inside. Manny backing up, he's got it on the forehand, over the top. Ron thought about it. Amigarena catches it in the back. Manny's sidearm play. Amigarena steps up, takes it in the air up at the 9 line. Big backhand. Stan looking for it on the outside. Puts it back up the middle. Amigarena backhand 2-wall. Manny gets out there. Manny comes over the top. Ron has it on the forehand now. Ron to the outside. Manny there again.
Manny read it.
Manny looking for the carom. That lands in. Ron stops it on the forehand to the inside. That will score. A well-played point. That goes to the Cyclones.
I'm going to tell you something. There
4-1.
was some spectacular play there by Ron and Manny. Manny reading Ron perfectly. Ron getting back in there to kill it. So well done.
Manny from the 11. There's a backhand inside. Ron takes it. Low runner. Manny out of the way. Stan. Forehand rebote. Ron attacking up in the forehand. Hard to the inside. Manny digs out the rebote. It's a good save. Ron still on the attack. Into the drop shot. Got the first bounce. And the second. That will score. 5 points for the Cyclones. They have a possible set point.
I think you and I were talking about this before we began the broadcast today, Andrew, that Ron's not going to sit out here and volley all day.
Oh, no.
If he's got a shot, he's going to take it consistently, whether it's inside or out.
Ooh, that serve basically on the floor. Manny stepped up there before the second bounce. Here's Amigarena. A runner inside. Stan steps back. Forehand powerfully thrown over the top. Amigarena now plays the rebote on the back end. Manny controls it on the forehand, coming over the top. Ron looking forward on the bounce. He's there. Forehand delivered inside. Stan comes cross court to cut it off. Amigarena lets it pass. Rebote save on the back end. Manny back there at the 13 line. Comes over the top with the right side. Ron into the costado. Hard inside. Manny's there. Good catch. Big backhand follows. Ron, good communication there by the Cyclones. He gets the rebote and passes.
Floater.
Manny, little clip off the sidewall. Amigarena takes off for it. Coming back over the top. This will be a big bounce. Manny in position to save the rebote. Right to the costado of Ron. Ron low and hard inside. Manny scooped it. That will score for the Warriors. That's going to be a second point. That extends the set. So a possible set point for Ron and Amigarena.
Don't know that Ron read that one correctly. He was telling it was Amigarenas the entire way. Once Amigarenas started running backwards, there's no way he was going to stop and come out to be able to make the rebote at the 12 line. Just a misread by Ron. It was a long run. It was a long run for Ron to try to get there, but he had to.
Ron's got the serve. There's a drop shot. Dropped in to score for the set. Cyclones win it 6-2. 2 minutes. We'll come back and play our second set.
So Ron with a number of shots working there for the Cyclones.
Yeah, it was a pretty good bet that he was going to go for one of those serves. I mean, hands on the knees, looked a little bit tired after a long rally. But when you have those shots, Stu, I mean, you can end points quickly. And,
absolutely.
And, Ron has them. He uses it to his advantage.
Amigarena from the other school of just don't let the ball touch the floor. Don't let the ball touch the floor. Go for it in the air every time. Makes the game much more simple.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing that we're seeing now. I mean, he's reading the ball so well, catching basically everything in the air as opposed to last season when he was struggling more. I mean, that ball was on the bounce. I mean,
here we saw this, just this beautiful series between Ron and Manny. Manny reads Ron, Ron reads Manny. Ron crossing the side wall here. Manny just can't make the rebote. It's a good thing. It's one thing I always like to hear. We're just on the other side of the partition from the DraftKings players' cage. Hear that laughter of Ron. See Ron taking that serve, drop shot.
Yeah, not an easy catch.
First bounce. Where's the second bounce? Second bounce just past the 4 line.
I think that was the first one. A little bit deeper than the second one. Dropped in, scoring easily, 6-2. Ron and Amigarena take that first set. And both of these teams coming in 1 win and 1 loss. Ron and Amigarena defeating Iturbide and Gallo their first time out, and they lost. That was against Hormachea and Ikeda for the Fireballs. So, and this 4th division, you hear some of those names already. I mean, a pretty tough group across the board. With Ron's shot making and Amigarena, the way that he controls the play in the back, I mean, this is a sneaky team, Stu. Especially if the shots are working for Ron, they could beat anybody in this group.
Communication's been spot on.
That's the one thing we've seen with Ron, too. I mean, consummate professional. I mean, he's always communicating. I mean, yelling out there, and heard him loud and clear on a couple of those. Just one of them, he was out of position, called for Amigarena to take it, and just a little late. Second set, Stu, ready to go. We are ready to begin set number 2. Warriors serve. To serve by Stan, our second set begins with an over serve. Second one coming up. Second serve is good. Here's Amigarena from the backcourt. Low runner, that's just above the pad. Manny back there at the 12, he scoops it. Hard throw on the wall, great catch by Amigarena. There's a hard backhand. Rebote comes shooting out. Stan just drops it inside. Amigarena back there at the 12, slows it down, puts it on the wall. Stan with a nice grab, big backhand. Amigarena now, a little deeper into the backcourt. Here's Stan. Able to pass from the left side. Ron looking for it. Rebote save. Manny now getting involved, takes it. Manny reaching back beyond the 13. This one a little closer to the sidewall. Amigarena steps up to it. Stan with that backhand that just did clear Ron all the way up at the 3 line. Could not turn that rebote. Stan and Manny on the board first in our second set.
Ron's timing just off. I mean, that's a rebote well within his skill set. But you saw the stutter step, the way he had his arm bent up to the side. He really wanted to take that on the right side. Just got to get it into your basket. Make the throw. If you can touch it, you can throw it. Most of the time.
Ron's got the serve. Costado, that's going to pass. Manny getting back in there. He turns to rebote. Amigarena steps up there, up at the 7 line, gets it. Low bullet. Manny, forehand play to the inside. Migarena staying up there, calls him off, saves the rebote. Stan up at the 7. Backhand to the inside, picked off. Here's a Migarena. Manny now at the 12. This one caught the corner. Migarena steps up to it. Manny again from the 11 line. Migarena from deep in the backcourt. Drops this on the wall. Stan comes in, makes the catch. This one to the forehand of Stan. Comes over the top on the bounce. Migarena waits for it. Back at the 12. High and hard. Manny out of the way. Stan, forehand rebote. That's pushed wide, and that lands outside the court. Ron and Migarena tie it up.
Yeah, that forehand escapes from Stan. Basically, that's where the ball kind of flies to the outside. Sometimes it's the cest off the rebote, sometimes it's the positioning. Always has to do with control.
Stan went for the serve. Into the drop shot. That's dropped in to score. Quick point for the Warriors. They lead 2-1.
Stan believing the turnabout is fair play. Good catch at the serve. And drops it inside. Well done.
All runner inside. Stan takes it right off the sidewall. Big backhand follows. Ron waiting up at the 6. Rotate played to the inside. Not past Manny. Good catch back behind him. Lifts it to the inside. Migarena now. Wall to wall. Good power. This comes shooting out. Stan not going to turn that rebote. 2-2. We're tied up.
Good effort by Stan, but very difficult to make the play from that high on the right side.
And what a backhand that was.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just out of reach, and Manny came shooting out and just not prepared to turn it.
Migarena's got no shortage of power. Primarily on that left side. I mean,
hard serve, crossing low. Good control there by Manny. Backhand comes up the middle. Migarena now on the right side. Looking across the sidewall. Manny reaching up in front of him, makes the catch. Ron looking for it, tipped it. 3 points.
kind of a rare miss by Ron there. He was backpedaling to the 8. Want to be catching that ball above your waist consistently. That's what court positioning is about. You move to the ball. Always be moving to the ball so that you're making the catch above your waist whenever possible.
Migarena comes out on the left side. Low runner. Manny backing up. Makes the play on the right side. Migarena steps up at the 9 line. Blasts the backhand again. Stan takes off for it. Velote saved from the left side. Ron couldn't get there. Migarena backed up on the forehand. Comes out on the right side. Manny reaching up high. Migarena again, this time for the 9 line. This is launched.
Boy,
Stan looking for it. Turns his back on it.
That's
and
good.
Keeps it going. Ron, good control in the front, into the drop shot. Got the first bounce.
Stan got there.
Picks it up. Backhand coming out. Migarena turns the rebote. It's a 2-all.
Placement.
Manny in perfect position. Manny low and hard from the right side. Migarena's got it. Backhand. Everything under control again. Manny from the left side. Ron looking for it. He's got it. Splitter. Caught in the air by Manny. Ron ducks. He comes low and hard. Migarena picks it up. Backhand to the outside. Manny another rebote. This is a great save. Ron
off the tip of the cesta. What a point.
Oh, man. The Warriors get their 4th point. They lead 4-2.
That is a hard-fought point, as you'll see. I mean, each team, each player on each team, just phenomenal play.
Yeah, split placement. How about Manny with the read? He ducks, and Ron, good thing. Little army crawl underneath the cortada there of Manny.
You don't want to get hit with it.
Well, Ron knew. If you're in the way, duck. That's what we say.
Yeah.
Sometimes it happens. Ooh, ball missed off the serve. That is 5 points. And a possible set point for the Warriors.
Warriors done a good job of coming back here in the second set. She was saying earlier, Ron's scheduled to play 3 games today, right?
He is, yes.
Yeah, so Ron aware of that. Again, is going to throw their shots to try to finish this off. Would like to avoid a third set if possible.
Amigarena, that is a powerful backhand again. Stan looking for it off his footing. Turns a 2-wall too low. 3 points.
Don't know that Stan was just trying to get that to the front wall or if he was trying to turn that into a little 2-wall. He had enough to get it up to the front wall, but not to make a shot out of it. Ron was there the whole time. 3-5, we've seen comebacks from greater distances than this, point-wise.
Absolutely. Manny takes in the serve. Big backhand. Ron up at the 5-line. Rebote played in, clearing the overhead screen. Stan, that's a big bounce. Just keeps it inside on the Rebote. Amigarena up at the 10. Backhand. Oh, what a catch by Manny. Amigarena back there at the 12. High and hard again. Manny switching to the forehand now. Comes out over the top. Ron couldn't get there. Big bounce on the Rebote. Good concentration.
Nice save.
Amigarena saves it. Ball floating on the wall. Manny steps up. Launches the backhand again. Ron now up at the 5-line. Rebote saved again. Another one launched. Same spot for Ron. This one comes out to pass. Manny now scrambling. That's a tough Rebote. Just flicks it up. Ron lets that one pass to the backcourt. Amigarena outside placement. Manny reads it. Manny stops it. Manny comes out over the top. Amigarena waiting for it on the bounce. Up at the 9. Back to the inside this time. Manny all over the place. Makes a Rebote save.
Look at Ron.
Flying catch. Backhand above the pad. Stan, there's the Rebote. Played up the middle. Amigarena on the bounce. Forehand again. Comes right to Stan. Stan from the right side. The Cortadas in the pad. And the pad is bad. That make it 4 points for the Cyclones.
We know that Stan has an aggressive style of play. He likes to throw shots. At this point in the match, though, got to forget about the shots if they're not working for you. Just get the ball up on the glass. Because the unforced errors are going to come back and bite you in the ass. They have a chance to finish it off here and force a third set, which on the game day, Ron doesn't want to see.
Oh, man, he's got the serve. Big backhand again. Ron waiting for that Rebote. Rebote powered. Stepped on the right side of Manny. Manny low and hard again. Amigarena steps up. Backhand. Well, bullet. Well, Manny's got it again. Comes over the top on the inside. On the hop. What
catch.
Control. Amigarena brought that in overhead. This comes shooting out. Stan, left side of Rebote. Amigarena stays with it. Now on the outside. Forehand coming in low and hard. Manny in position makes the play. On the bounce. Here's Amigarena. Backed up to the 13 line. Stan just beyond the 7. This one opens up to the middle of the court. Amigarena on the forehand. Blasts it to the inside. Here's Manny now. Manny over the top. No play for Ron. And to be a tough Rebote. Amigarena.
Great save.
With a soft touch.
Ooh.
Stan
my.
missed the floater. Cyclones have brought it to 5-5. This is a possible match point for the Cyclones. It is set point for the Warriors, looking to push this to a third set.
Manny has played so hard here in this second set to try to get these Warriors back. Amigarena's solid catching.
Yeah.
Ron's been making the Rebotes. Let's see if the Cyclones are able to finish it off here.
That's going to be a big point in terms of the game day, too. You don't want this to go to a third set. If Ron could save some energy here, that'd be big for the Cyclones. Good hard serve. Here's Manny from the left side. The backhand lobbed out of reach. Ron looking for the Rebote. Power to the inside. Manny lets it pass. Rebote saved by Manny. Ron on the costado. Actually, the backhand just keeps it inside. Low bullet, and it's missed in the corner. Point, set, and match. Ron and Amigarena come back to take it in straight sets, 6-2, 6-5. What a win for Ron and Amigarena. Is it 5-2, Stu, down here in the second set?
Absolutely.
4 straight points. The Cyclones come back and take it. Well, we've seen some significant comebacks just the last week and a half or so in Battle Court. Got to close out those sets. Cyclones tie up the game day, 1.5 points per team. Game day score, all tied up through our first two matches. But the Cyclones, at least for the moment, will jump into second place. Renegades and Devils played yesterday. It's the Cyclones and Warriors today. Then we have the Chargers and Fireballs. Looks like they'll be playing on Friday. So after Friday, every team will have played 4 full game days. Quite the comeback there for the Cyclones. Ron and Amiga Arena improving to 2-1 with that win. See Douglas out there right now. He'll be taking on Manu in the top-ranked singles match coming up in just about a minute. Before we get to that, we will hear from our winners, Ron and Amiga Arena. Here is the Cyclones, 4th Division doubles team.
All right, Ron Amiga Arena, congratulations on winning that match. What an unbelievable comeback during that second set. What were you guys thinking during that time?
During the second set, we played really well. The first set, we talked well each other, but the second set they start playing well, better, and almost we lost. But when they were 5 points, we were able to play well and to win the match and the game. So very happy for the win.
We just keep fighting. Like, we know that we're down 5-2, but the game is still on. So we're thinking like we still have a chance. Think positive, always in the game. So luckily they make more mistake, and we execute the win.
Well, guys, again, congratulations on winning that match. Let's see what else happens on today's game day.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good job.
And coming up next, top-ranked singles matchup. It's Manu and Douglas. This is one we've seen over the last couple of seasons. Both Manu and Douglas have been above 500 in almost every single season in Battle Court. So far to begin this year, Manu 1-1, Douglas 0-2. Manu's got the serve. He's ready to go.
Manu serves. We begin. Backhand by Douglas from the 11 line. It passes. Robote, that rebound off the back wall. Too high. That hit the overhead screen before the front wall. First point goes to Douglas of the Warriors.
Rare miss there by Manu, just trying to get that, just take a big bounce off the floor and just caught a piece of the rail.
Here's a backhand by Manu. Robote forehand. Manu's there. At the side wall, that ball will score. We're tied up 1 point apiece. Manu serves for the Cyclones.
And try to drop that backhand into the corner. Get it to ride along the side wall. Right where it was as Douglas tried to play that Robote.
Robote forehand by Douglas. Catch. And the return by Manu. Robote left side to the inside. Very much the inside. What a scoop by Douglas. Manu from the 11 line. Robote forehand saved by Douglas. Manu makes the catch, winds up. 2-all to score. 2 points for Manu. He served.
Yeah, not often you see a backcourter throw the costado with the consistency that Manu does, but I mean, he gets a great amount of cut.
He throws it very well.
I mean, his control of the ball in the basket is unlike most anybody else on the roster. Again, opening that one wide to score, 2-1 lead early on.
Here's a backhand by Douglas. Backhand by Manu. Robote forehand by Douglas passes. Robote forehand by Manu. 2-all by Douglas scores. Well thrown. 2-2. Douglas serves for the Warriors.
And why do you see Manu take off to the inside? Well, that close to the side wall, it's a little bit tougher to throw that 2-all. See Douglas here, I mean, right along the numbers. Got it right there. Manu
So well
caught
executed.
guessing.
Yeah, just beautifully executed by Douglas. Very well done. Powerful backhand by Manu. Rotate forehand. Inside placement for Douglas, scores. 3 points for Douglas, he serves.
Got to keep switching it up when you get that ball on the costado. Outside, inside, keep the defense guessing. After going with the 2-all in the earlier point, it's just one to the inside. You see Manu going the wrong way.
Here's a backhand by Manu. Douglas going for it at the 11 line. That ball's tipped. 3-3, Manu serves for the Cyclones.
Yeah, he committed, and once you do that, start ranging back forward, you got to make that catch.
Once you commit to the backcourt there, you're absolutely right, Andrew. You really have no room. That ball's going to come flying off the back wall. You're not going to have a play on it on the Robota.
Yeah, so may as well go for it with one hand and just couldn't secure it.
Ball over serve. Battle court rules allow for 2 serves. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. Backhand by Douglas. Caught by Manu. Robote forehand. Ball tipped at the side wall. 4 points for Douglas of the Warriors. He has the serve.
Well, you're not going to get a miss at this level unless that ball is on the numbers. And again, even off the Robote, Douglas put it right there, forcing that miss, 4-3 lead.
Here's a backhand by Manu. Rotate forehand. Inside placement by Manu scores. 4-4 is the score. Manu has the serve for the Cyclones.
And again, we saw Douglas do it to Manu. Now Manu to Douglas. Costado beat him on the 2-all earlier. This time he keeps it inside. Again, you see how far away the defense is, and you see the frustration as well. I mean, if you don't read it, that's going to get increasingly frustrating as this match goes on.
Here's a backhand by Douglas, powerfully thrown. Rotate's coming to the 7 line. Manu, Philo Robote. My, oh my, that's beautiful. 5 points for Manu. Possible set point.
Yeah, he turns it quickly. I mean, you see right here, kind of opened up.
Yeah, I mean,
that
it's just,
right foot was planted towards the outside.
It's so close to the front wall. Douglas has no play on that whatsoever. Lower hard serve by Manu, handled by Douglas. Douglas backhand to the corner. For rotate forehand. Douglas makes the catch, winds up. 2-0.
Oh, he's got it.
Manu reads it, stops it on the forehand. Carambola. What a effort by Douglas. That ball is in and out of the cesta. Point and set to Manu. 2 minutes go up on the board. We'll come back out and play our next set. So Douglas at different times during that set showing fight. Other times just not able to come up with a adequate response to Manu's offense.
Yeah, I mean, that's the first time one of the two has read their opponent's shot well. I mean, Manu getting there easily on the outside. Take a look at this with Douglas.
Yeah, he just feels that Douglas is committing, which he did. And it doesn't have a lot of cut. It doesn't open up much.
But look at Manu, again, crossing the side wall, got assessed on it. But look at where that ball hits the basket.
Yeah,
a little more
almost in his
deep in
hand.
the pocket. Yeah, kind of ate him up and a little tougher to control right there, Manu.
There we are in the DraftKings players cage. See the camera on Manu. And speaking of DraftKings, Andrew, if I'm not mistaken, there is game day? Explain it to me, because I don't
So
follow this
you
stuff.
can wager on the game day. You see,
Okay.
typically you have a game day score in the bottom left. You see where that graphic says Manu, Cyclones, backquarter. It will have a game day score.
Okay.
These two teams are competing against one another. And
Got it.
very simply, you can choose one of these two teams to win the game day. So whichever teams gets more points, they'll win the day. And you can now bet on that through our partner at DraftKings. I believe that wager becomes available a couple hours before the start of the game day. And then once the first match starts, I think that line disappears. So got to get your wagers in before the game day starts. And once the first match begins,
That's before we
That's
even
it.
walk in the building.
right. Yeah.
All right.
Most days.
That's just true. Well, you do anyway.
Yeah,
I'm here.
you're here
I'm here
pretty
much
early.
earlier, of course. The professionalism that the
You gotta-
program demands.
Well, you got to iron the pants. It takes about 20 minutes or so.
Actually, actually, I didn't know you were watching. Getting ready to begin the second set here. Douglas will have the serve for the Warriors. He's ready. And yes, to properly iron a pair of pants, I do believe it takes about 15 to 17 minutes.
Right
You're
right
welcome.
in there. In both matches last season, these two played in singles. Actually went to Manu. A little bit surprising. Manu's had a lot of success against Douglas here the last couple seasons. See if he can make it 3 in a row.
There's a backhand by Manu. Robote coming out. Big bounce. Oh, in and out of the cesta. Douglas will get the first point of the second set. Douglas has the serve. Douglas also someone who's had some success by history coming from behind.
Yeah, he certainly took those 2 minutes. See him a whole lot in the cage, just trying to refocus himself, doing whatever he can.
Douglas on the Robote, beautifully played. Backhand by Manu. Robote forehand by Douglas. Here's Manu, winding up. Low, hard backhand. Douglas for the Robote. He makes a save with the bounce. Manu's there. Splitter will score. 1-1, Douglas serves.
Manu's got a very slow windup with that costado, and Douglas just seems a little impatient. I mean, he's committing pretty hard every time he gets it up there, and I don't think he has to do it quite that.
The slow windup, if you can do it without being called for holding, which
Sure.
most of our players are able to do, it gives you an opportunity while you're leaning back, take a picture of where your opponents are on the court, throw it where they're not.
You see, that time maybe Douglas even guessed correctly, but Manu changed it up at the last second, threw more of a splitter, and still able to score on it.
Here's a backhand by Douglas, a powerful backhand caught by Manu. Robote forehand, fire to the inside. Manu is there. Manu makes the catch. Inside placement, stopped by Douglas. That backhand clears the overhead screen. Robote coming out. Robote outside placement, read by Douglas. Douglas winds up. Powerful coastie inside to score. That was beautifully thrown. 2 points for Douglas. He serves.
And not often you read your opponent correctly at this level. Manu did so there, just couldn't get there on the inside. Close enough to the sidewall for Douglas.
Oh, and Douglas threw that beautifully too.
Yeah, just out of reach there.
Robote forehand by Douglas. Robote forehand to the outside. Manu reads it, stops it on the right side. Throws a carom. Douglas gets there, stops it with a little bounce. That will pass and score. Well done by Douglas. 3 points for Douglas of the Warriors. He serves.
Maybe just what he needs to get some momentum going on his side. Manu takes his time with it. Look at that time. Douglas waits, sees him open up, just does get there, and then comes back over the top with his forehand again. I mean, just out of reach of Manu. He'll get that late contact with the sidewall to get it by.
Here's a backhand by Manu. Backhand
Yeah,
2-all, lands in and scores. 2 points for Manu. He serves.
You're just kind of waiting for it with Manu. I mean, that's
Well,
the best way to
he's probably thrown more of them today than he has
Well, it's a good way to stop a run, too. I mean, Douglas is
Absolutely.
feeling good. He's won a couple points in a row. He's trying to cut off that ball at the 8 or 9 line on the inside. So what do? Keep your opponent outside, and you might get it by him, which he did.
Here's a backhand by Douglas. Robote left side to the inside. Douglas gets in there. Beautiful catch. 2-all. That's only a wide. 3-3. Manu serves for the Cyclones.
Again, another one where you're so close to the sidewall that you're not expecting the 2-wall. So good effort there by Douglas, but just a little bit wide.
There's a backhand by Douglas. Robote forehand. Here's a catch by Manu. Backhand to the inside. Wall to wall, actually, by Manu. Forehand, Karam Robote stopped by Manu. Manu scopes it out. Karam will score. 4 points for Manu with the Cyclones. He serves.
Again, that's a good shot because you're not really expecting the opponent to throw it. I mean, Douglas going for the Karam off the Robote. But see how he opens up so early? I mean, Manu was taking off before he even threw it. Gets there on the outside and able to kill it that time.
Inside placement scores for Douglas. Four is the score. Douglas serves.
Yeah, Douglas again, lean into the left, forcing Manu that way, and keeps it right to the inside. Don't even have to put it on the wall when you got your opponent moving that towards the opposite direction.
Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between a 4 and 7 line. A 4 and 7 line with this particular. Here's the backhand by Manu. Robote forehand by Douglas. 2-all. Lands in. Manu makes a stop. High hard placement. Stopped by Douglas. Douglas to the inside. Manu's going to chase it. It scores. 5-4 for Douglas. Possible set point.
Yeah, Manu's gone for the Karam both times when he's made the catch on the outside. Douglas was reading it. Going for the high carambola. Front wall, side wall, back to the outside, but that came off at such an angle that Douglas got a good read and then kills it with the forehand over the top. Well done.
Backhand 2-all.
That's going to be out.
Wow. Douglas wins the second set, 6-4. 2 minutes go on the board. We'll come back out and play our third and decisive set. So we have a comeback there for Douglas of the Warriors. Here in Battle Court, being played live from the Magic City Jai-Alai Fronton in Miami, Florida. Currently in our third of 6 scheduled matches. Here's some replays from that second set. Backhand 2-all. Another one, beautifully executed by Manu. Oh, sorry, that's the one that went out.
That's just the last throw of the set.
You see, he scored on 3 of them. Andrew, you could have you could have jumped in and told me that was one that was going out. Wow. Okay. You broke the announcer's code. Here we are in the DraftKings players cage. See Douglas there. He came back there in that second set, getting some feedback from Manny.
Manu staying out there, though, between the sets. I mean, you're seeing Douglas here in the cage.
And that's not common.
No.
That's not common. Manu, well, he knows he's going to play a third set. And so Manu is capable of coming out here and throwing 6 straight shots, whether they work or not. All, of course, in an attempt to finish this off quickly.
This is the second match for Manu and just the first for Douglas, so Manu just have one more set to play and the day's done, and Douglas has got to conserve a little bit here for that final match. He'll be playing with Manny against Ferronda and Amigarena. Third set coming up here. Manu will have the serve. Third set to decide it.
We're ready to begin our third and final set. Manu has the serve for the Cyclones. Here's the serve. We begin. Douglas reaching into the corner, coming out on the backhand powerfully.
Oh, wow.
What a catch overhead by Manu. The backhand to the outside is just beautifully placed and scoring. Such control for Manu. He gets the first point of the decisive third set. Manu serves.
Yeah, if you're Douglas, you just got to shake it off. I mean, I don't know if there's anybody else on the roster that could hit you with this combination. And
backhand to the outside with that degree of, because remember, it's not going to hit the back wall.
But it's just one, playing to 6, so still a lot for Douglas to do here.
Big backhand by Douglas. Robote coming out. Manu, forehand carom. Robote is read by Douglas. Douglas makes the stop, throws the carom of his own. That is in and scoring. One. Douglas has the serve. Here's the backhand by Manu. Robote, forehand. Robote left side to the inside. Douglas, great catch behind the 7 line. Keeps it inside. Robote coming out low. Manu makes the save. Here's Douglas. Has it on the costado. Winds up. 2-all, 2 score. 2 points for Douglas and the serve for the Warriors. Manu made a fine Robote play. Douglas moved up on it quickly. Was able to kill it well. Robote forehand by Douglas to pass. Cut off at the 10 line by Manu. Robote forehand. Manu makes the catch. Hilo scores. 2-2. Manu has the serve for the Cyclones. Well, they're keeping it close.
Yeah, I mean, and again, not a natural shot that you see from players in
Douglas is, he makes a save there. Here.
I mean, he goes with the costado to the outside from the middle of the court. Douglas is thinking, I mean, that's either going to be a 2-all or to the inside, and
I'm inside.
Yeah,
I got the inside
again,
covered.
I mean, both points that Manu scored, you can't really fault Douglas. He's just made a great play. Sometimes you got to tip your cap to the opponent.
Robote forehand, low and hard to the inside. Scoop attempt tipped back here at the 11 line. 3 points for Manu. He has the serve.
Well, he's been trying to pass consistently throughout this match. Finally put it at Douglas's feet, and just a little bit indecisive, forcing that tip ball.
Robote to the inside. Here's a catch by Douglas. Robote left side. It's a 2-all. Manu stops it. Powerfully thrown and scoring. 4 points for Manu. He serves.
Yeah, Manu not wasting any thought right there. I mean, Douglas standing on the inside, threw it as hard as he could right back at him. Not going for a 2-all, not keeping it outside, just power right back at him. Douglas couldn't make the play.
Your what? What kind of stupid shit is that? Well, here, you can use mine. Here's the backhand by Douglas. Backhand by Manu. Here's a catch by Manu. Backhand to the inside. Robote, left side. 2-all scores for Manu. That is 5 points. Possible set, possible match point. See Manu finishing off there with a 2-all. Douglas still capable of coming back here. But Manu would most definitely like to finish it off. Here's Douglas on the backhand from the 12 line. Wall to wall from the left side. Manu's going to have the rebote on the side wall, but sends it to the overhead screen. 3 points for Douglas. Manu with 5 and possible match point. Douglas has the serve. Rebote forehand to the inside. Rebote left side. This one caught by Douglas. Douglas looking to pass. Manu reading it perfectly. Makes the save. Oh my goodness. A fall down 2-all rebote from the outside to finish things off. Phenomenal shot by Manu. Point set and a hard fought match for Manu, winning it in the third set, 6-3.
What a way to end it, Stu. Highlight reel 2-all coming from Manu, and he wins it in the third set. Yeah, we need another look at this one. Douglas went on that right side. Manu reading it. Opens
Look at this
up.
shot. Look at this shot.
Yeah, and if you're Douglas, again, I mean, he hit him with 3 shots that nobody could have predicted that were coming back towards him.
Phenomenal.
Manu earns a point for the Cyclones. They retake the lead on the game day, 2.5 to 1.5. Coming up next, Ron and Rock takes on Williams and Julian, 5th division of doubles. Bradley on the move, breaking, he got there, blast the forehand, everybody out of the way, and Nicholas got hit. Joe Sherry up in the front court towards the inside. What a scoop!
What an amazing
by Douglas.
catch.
Joe Sherry picks it up in the front court, whips it inside. Another one. There's that game day score. Cyclones leading so far, but still not going to be able to overtake first place. Great day yesterday for the Renegades. They took all 8 points over the Devils. Looking at the Cyclones there in second, 2 ahead of the Chargers, who will be playing on Friday night against the Fireballs. Got our players ready to go. Couldn't get it done in doubles, but here he is in singles. That's Manu for the Cyclones.
All right, Manu, congratulations on winning that match. That last play was showstopper. On the floor, 2-all. What were you thinking about in that moment?
I think that better that the ball bounce inside, because if I have to still fight, it will be hard. But no, I'm happy. I'm happy with the win, with the shot. You know that against Douglas, you have to try to make some shot, because he's a very good player.
Well, Manu, congratulations again on winning that match. See what else happens on today's game day.
Thank you. Go Clones.
I feel like we've had this conversation before.
Coming up next, 5th division doubles. Ron and Rock for the Cyclones, taking on Williams and Julian for the Warriors. Ron and Rock 1-1 to begin this season. Williams and Julian also 1-1. Ron and Rock will have the serve. Here's Julian on the inside with the forehand. Backhand to the inside. Williams looking for the rebote. Rebote missed. Ron and Rock get the first point.
And when appears we have an injury here with Ron. Ron is coming out. Bueno is going in.
We'll put up a clock here for just a moment. Bueno, just some practice tosses in the net. Again, so it looked like Ron was dealing with a bit of a back injury. He wanted to see if he can give it a go, but I mean, evidently playing that first point, he felt that that back was not in good enough shape to continue. So
yeah, we had Bueno basically waiting in the wings here. I wasn't clear on whether or not, we just got the word at the last second that Ron's calf was tight. And again, you feel like you're going to pull it.
And it looks like Bueno is ready to go here, going to continue on with the match. It is 1-0. Ron and Rock have a 1-0 lead. So Bueno comes in. He's got his Bueno up in the front with Rock behind him. So actually the 6th division doubles team for the Cyclones taking on the 5 of the Warriors. We can continue on with the substitute. There's the serve. Back into the inside. Bueno pulls it in up at the 9. Here's Julian. Bueno back at the 8. High, hard throw. Rebote coming out. Williams, left side rebote save. Rock from the backcourt. Low and hard, that's just above the pad. Gonna get the second bounce, that scores.
Rock has been working on that. And prior to the adjustment of the front pad, those would be hitting the pad. That's very effective, especially coming from the backcourt.
Yeah, I mean, Julian likes to hang deep there. Control the play from the backcourt, and if Rock can throw that shot, he's going to force Julian to step up a couple lines. Julian from the 10, hard backhand. That passes. Bueno, rebote forehand, play to the inside. Here's Julian from the 12, backhand. Stopped by Bueno. Bueno at the 8. Low runner, that's just above the pad. Backing up, good scoop by Julian. Ball missed by Bueno. That's going to get the Warriors on the board. Williams and Julian now serve.
All 4 of these players have a lot of experience playing against each other.
Again, just to clarify, the substitute, Ron, 4th division player, Bueno with a 5th division player. So you have to substitute somebody that is a lower rank, and Bueno, the only available player for the Cyclones, so he comes in for Ron. Fault under serve, second serve coming up.
Yeah, Bueno reaching down, but I don't think it's because of, I don't think we're having a run on calf injuries. I just think he was adjusting either his sock or his sleeve.
That is an over serve, a double fault. That's going to get Ron and Rock 3rd point.
Well, you never like to see the double fault.
That's Bueno and Rock. Big backhand. Rebote forehand. Bueno pushed it to the outside. Williams with a good catch. Sidearm play, crossing the sidewall. Good stop by Rock. Julian on the inside from the 10 line. Low runner. Drops between the Cyclones. Bueno, good save on the back end. That just does clear. Big bounce. Julian settles at the 11. Stops it on the right side. This one pushed outside. Bueno runs under it. Cortada again. Julian reads this one. Julian higher and harder to the inside. 3-wall play. Bueno turns a 2-wall. Julian takes
Julian
off
on the front court.
He's got it on the outside again, looking across the sidewall.
What a scoop
by Rock. Rock comes into the backcourt, high and hard. Here's Williams now. Good positioning. Soft touch again on the forehand. Julian steps up. Backhand up at the 8. Low runner to the inside. There's a scoop by Rock. Williams alone for the rebote. This one comes up the middle. Bueno attacking. Stops it on the bounce. Go hard, throw up the middle, back it up. Julian scooped it up. Bueno now, Costado. Well, that stayed inside. Good control. Julian again trying to pass. Rock's got it overhead. Ball missed. That is a second point for Williams and Julian.
A lot of kinetic energy out there on the court. Again, Bueno has jumped in here as a substitute for the injured Ron. As you said before, Andrew, a lower-ranked player can step in for a higher-ranked player in the case of a scratch in game day.
Julian from the 12 line. Hard throw back to the inside. Bueno waits on it. Rebote played at the feet of Williams. Julian calls him off. High hard throw up at the 8. Bueno makes a Rebote save. Julian stays up in the front, controlling the play. Hard back to the inside. Here's Bueno now. Low runner inside on the hop. Julian brings it in. Backhand. Here's Rock now up at the 10. Julian from the 12 line. This one crossing the sidewall. Bueno looking for it again. Julian comes up from the backcourt. This one dropping a little lower. Bueno gets there again. Backhand up at the 9. This one passes. Julian out there for the Rebote. He makes a save. Bueno keeps the pressure on. Goes for the carom. That lands in. Williams has got it on the outside. Hard throw back inside. Will score. The defense by the Warriors. We're tied up 3-3.
Williams done a fantastic job in 2024, both in the spring season, now in the fall season, stopping that 2-all on the outside. Very well done.
Rock, middle of the court, big backhand. Rebote forehand by Williams on a knee. Here's Rock, over the top, to the inside. Here's Julian. Julian waits forward up at the 9. Back to the inside, Bueno gets in there, backhand. Julian switches to the left side, hard throw. Rock now, just beyond the 11. Julian crosses the sidewall on the forehand. Bueno, tough Rebote save. Williams looking for it, and it's tipped up in the front court. 4-3 in favor of the Cyclones. Julian comes even lower this time. Rock back at the 12. Hard throw, leaping grab by Julian. Not going to let that ball come out. Then across the sidewall, Rock reaches up high. Forehand over the top again. Be a big bounce. Julian controls it up high on the right side. Bueno waits on the Rebote with a clip off the sidewall. That takes Julian to the outside. Low and hard again. Rock looking to step up. He will not get there. 4-4 is the score. Williams and Julian serve.
Yeah, Julian doing a beautiful job of scoping out the Cortada, seeing that Rock was lingering in the background, in the backcourt rather. See how far back Rock is. Julian's aware of that. Actually, Rock backing up.
Fault under serve. That came up short of the 4. Second serve coming up. Julian from deep in the backcourt comes out on the right side. Rock, good control, makes the play at the 13 line. Big backhand follows. Here's the Rebote for Williams. Williams, that lands in, and he gets the second bounce to score. 5 points and a possible set point for Williams and Julian of the Warriors.
Williams just got that one in just above the pad. No play for Bueno.
Rock takes a serve. Powerful backhand. That's out of reach. Williams alone for the rebote. Saves to the inside. Rock at the 10. Sidearm play. Julian steps in front of it. Takes it on the forehand. Bueno keeps this to the inside. Julian calls him off from the 11. Run back over the top on the inside. Oh, that ate him up. Rock comes away with it. Big backhand now. Julian out of the way. Williams, left side rebote. Good power on that one. Comes to Rock in the backcourt. Julian up at the 8. Sidearm play again to the inside. Rock alone for the rebote. That's not going to make it. Point and set. Williams and Julian take it 6-4. 2 minutes. Come back and play. Set 2.
Yeah, Rock was safe there on that last rebote. You're watching Battle Court live from the Magic City Jai-Alai Fronton in Miami, Florida. We are currently playing our 4th of 6 scheduled matches on the game day. See, here we are in the DraftKings Players Cage. See teammates Williams and Julian with a successful first set there. Reminder, the scoring here in Battle Court. First team to reach 6 points wins the set. First team to win 2 sets wins the match. Currently between the first and second set here of this match. Here we see Ferranda, Manu talking with Bueno. Bueno coming in here for Ron. Ron, before the match beginning, wasn't so sure about his calf. Feeling a pull in the calf area. Made the practice, tried to play through the game. He was at least able to start, but deciding there was no way he could go on. Bueno stepping in as a lower-ranked player.
And we do see Ron on the schedule again coming up in match number 6. He was scheduled to play Julian in singles. So now that Ron is out, he's not going to be able to come back and play that singles match. So Bueno will step in and substitute. So that will now be Bueno against Julian.
Then Bueno will have, that'll be three matches for Bueno, yeah?
3 matches now.
Okay.
Well, yes, stepping in to this one and the singles. So
yes,
he's only had 1 on the schedule, but going to come out here playing full 3 matches. But a good comeback, though, by Williams and Julian down early in that set. I believe 3-1. 5 of the next 6 points going their way. The Warriors come out ahead 6-4. Second set, ready to go.
See Williams there with talking to himself. It's the only player I've ever seen burn sage in our locker room. I asked him I said, you recognize there's some fire alarms around here that might wreak havoc with? He said, my bad. Nope. Covered it with a towel.
There's a serve by Bueno. Second set has begun. Bueno backed up to the 9 line. Hard throw, kick it up. Here's Julian now. On the inside, here's Rock from the 12. Backhand. Dropped at the feet of Julian. He scooped it up. Over the top on the inside. Rock waits for it. Back at the 13. Sidearm play. No play for Williams. Julian on the hop. Hard back to the inside. Rock waits for it at the 13 again. This one going to pass. Calls for Williams to take it. He gets in there with the rebote. Hook to the outside. Bueno into the 2-wall. That's too wide. First point of our second set goes to Williams and Julian.
Last week, Bueno having much success with that 2-wall, landing virtually all of them in, giving his opponents fits. Not the case today. Had some difficulty with it in the earlier match as well.
Oh, Bueno's got the serve. Hard of the inside. Julian steps up. Carom, split him, and it scores. Well played by Julian. That's a 2-0 lead for the Warriors.
Julian got that one off quick. Again, split placement. See here on the replay.
Oh, I think that's good. Yeah, it is. That's going to be an ace. 3 points for the Warriors.
That's how Williams serves it. He serves it low and hard into the box. That one's scoring. As the backcourt on the opposing team, you need to be moving up front of the 9 line. Wow, that's like the opposite.
Fault over serve. Second one coming up for Williams.
I think it's good to change things up. That ball's got to land between the 4 and 7 line.
Rock comes out over the top, high off the front wall. Williams cuts it off. Backhand right into the corner. Rock again. Oh, runner Julian alone in the corner, scooped it up. Backhand comes out to Bueno. Ball floating up in the air. Here's Julian on the right side, back over the top. Bueno cuts it off again. Backhand, high and hard, well out of reach. Williams calls him off and missed the rebote. That's going to get the Cyclones on the board here in our second set.
Once again, Williams doing a good job of making those stops on the outside. Also the rebotes. Just been making the saves, getting them up to the front wall. Nothing particularly fancy. That one he just missed it.
And for those joining us a little late, that is Bueno up in the front court. Ron out of this match after the first point due to injury. So Bueno came in as the lower ranked player on the team, and he will substitute coming up in match 6 as well in singles. Be Bueno against Julian. Oh, Rock kind of ate him up there. That's going to score for the Warriors 4 points. The ball is knuckling a little bit. Yeah.
And also, Rock, we know this going back to 2018, former pitcher, championship team for the Hurricanes.
Fault under serve. Second serve coming up for Williams.
Sometimes he falls back into these old baseball patterns of setting in place and not moving with the ball.
Second serve is good. Rock takes it on the forehand from the outside. High to the inside. Julian tracks it down. Bueno in position. Turns the rebote back up the middle. Julian calls him off. Low and hard back to the inside. Rock waiting for it. Rebote. That's short. 5 points for Williams and Julian. They have a possible set and a possible match point.
No shortage of effort there on the part of Rock. He went down hard.
Left side rebote to the inside. Rock controls that one. Backhand. Julian hard over the top. 3-wall play. Bueno in position. Another rebote. This comes to the right side of Julian. Julian up at the 9 line. This one crossing inside. Rock now. Another save. That's in play. Julian lower and harder. Bueno coming cross court. Scoop missed. Point, set, and match. Williams and Julian take it in straight sets, 6-4, 6-1. Well, back and forth on the game day. We're tied early on, but now the Warriors jump out a half a point ahead, 3 points to just 2.5 for the Cyclones. One doubles match coming up next. Second division, Ferronda and Amiga Reina take on Douglas and Manny. And then fourth division singles will close it out. That will be Julian against Bueno. Bueno will be substituting for Ron.
The only thing that I don't like about how we did that. Entry 5.
Take a look at that game day here with 3 points for the Warriors. Now in that 4th playoff position. Full point ahead of the Fireballs. And 3rd place within reach here if they can win one of these next 2 matches. But again, that'll be just for the moment. You got the Chargers and the Fireballs playing on Friday. Both of those teams coming into today ahead of the standings compared to those Warriors. We're going to have Williams and Julian ready to go here. 2nd win this season, coming off of a dominant season last year in Division 6, proving they can hang in Division 5 as well. Here they are, Williams and Julian.
I mean, it wasn't my best.
All right, Julian, Williams, congratulations on winning that match. You guys are back together for another season. You guys had a phenomenal record last season playing in the 6th division. Now moving up to the 5th division, what are the differences playing in those two?
I don't even see any differences. It's just us getting back to who we are, getting the rust off, communicating, playing our game, man. That's basically it. How you feel?
Yeah, I feel pretty much the same. It's been a long off season, and it took us a little bit to work on the communication that we used to have, but I think it's gonna be a great season this season too, right?
I'm happy. I'm excited.
Well, guys, again, congratulations on winning that match. See what else happens on today's game day.
Thank you, Angeles.
Go Warriors!
Great job.
And up next, 2nd division doubles. Let's see the 2 teams here. Fronton and Amigarena now for the Cyclones after a season with the Fireballs. They take on Douglas and Manny. Fronton and Amigarena winless so far, 0-2. Douglas and Manny, pretty good start to their season. They're 2-1.
Fronton will have the serve for the Cyclones. No, it just. Here's a backhand by Fronton. Rebote forehand. Fronton hard to the inside. Manny looking for the rebote at the 11 line. Light touch. Fronton's up there. Fronton powerfully. Manny reads this well. He's hanging at the 7 line, makes the play. Fronton takes it in the air. Hard throw. Douglas. Good read. He's in the screen. That scores. First point for the Cyclones. Fronton and Amigarena. Fronton serves.
Seeing that high carambola early on. Front wall, side wall, hits off the back wall and opens up towards the outside. Douglas with that leaping effort to try to save the point. Just too well placed by the Cyclones to get things started. There's that front wall, side wall. See how that opens up off the back wall, really shoots hard to the outside.
Backhand by Manny. Amigarena on the backhand. Rebote forehand by Douglas. Here's the catch by Fronton. Fronton hard to the inside. Manny's there. Here's the backhand. Catch by Manny. Manny over the top. Fronton reaching out. Backhand from the 6 line. Douglas drop shot to the inside.
Oh, that's a
beautifully
good one.
played by Douglas. 2 score. We're tied up 1 point apiece. Douglas has a serve for the Warriors.
On your opponent gets a ball on the costado from the outside of the court. There's just too many options. I mean, Fronton's got to defend the 2 wall. Amigarena's looking for Douglas to blast it right back to him. That leaves space up there in the front corner for the drop shot.
Taking its second bounce just past the 4 line. Very well
really
done.
well done by Douglas there.
Fault over serve. Battle court rules allow for 2 serves. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. Here's a backhand by Amigarena. Backhand by Douglas. Rebote forehand. That ball is missed.
No.
Migarena
down. That's not good.
5 minutes.
Oh, no, he's not. And he is not going to make it off the court even.
My goodness, the luck for the Cyclones. I mean, they've been playing so well, and then I just saw him reach down. I don't know what he was reaching for.
Yeah, I'm not going to speculate, but...
Can we see him back up?
Oh, no. Is that an Achilles? Oh, you see Achilles all the time. When you see that, it's like a rubber band effect. I mean, you see it.
We've seen that before. It happens like on a step.
Yeah. Well, honestly, that's exactly where Spinner tore his Achilles a couple seasons ago. I mean, literally the same spot of the court, and he went down. He was not moving, and
we know that Migarena has a degree in physiology, so he'll be the first to know.
We'll keep it at lower body injury for now. Surely know that, but that did not look good, and he would. And here's the thing with the Cyclones. I mean, Ron's already out. The next highest ranked player that's available is Bueno. So, I mean, the option here on Migarena, I mean, he can't even walk to the bench. Yeah, take another look here. I mean, yeah, he's going back onto the table, and yeah, this is. I mean, he's pointing right there at the calf. And then I hope that he's all right. Yeah, I mean, again, just 5 minutes is up on the board. There's still over 3 minutes left, but given the injuries to the Cyclones today, Ron out, their 4th division player. Ferronda's in Division 3. He's on the court currently, so the next highest available sub would be Bueno, but Bueno's already substituting in match 6. So either you bring Bueno out for 2 matches in a row, or it will be a forfeit here. And it looks like, I mean, look, Bueno was only scheduled for 1 match today, and looks like he's going to come in and give it a shot.
Play all of them? Oh, hey, look.
You'll love that for Bueno.
Their call. The decision's made within the 5-minute injury timeout, which is exactly what we want to see.
Yeah, and at this point, now that there is an injury, I believe the Cyclones would be able to switch the court of the player if Ferronda wants to step into the back.
Score is correct.
Right.
2-1 in favor of the Warriors. Play will continue. Bueno stepping in for Migarena.
Yeah, unfortunately, I mean, play was still going on when Migarena got hurt, so you have to continue the point, and it did go in favor of the Warriors. So Bueno's in. Continue on play.
A little chaotic, but the play continues. Here's a catch by Bueno. Backhand from the 12 line. Here's Douglas. Backhand from the 9 line. Douglas winds up. Costi to the inside. Scoop by Bueno.
What a catch.
That cortada is stopped by Douglas. Ferronda reaches back up. Costado 2-all. Douglas is there. Takes on the Costado. Fires it inside. Bueno in the backcourt. Makes the catch. Here's Manny. Manny sends it deep. Rebote coming out. Rebote forehand by Ferronda. What a catch by Manny over the top. Ferronda's there. Philo to score. Well, the injury was scary, but my goodness, it did not take away from the pace of play. All 4 players exploding out there on the court. 2-2.
Yeah, now, I mean, the Cyclones, if you're Foronda, just got to start firing up there. Not much to lose. I mean, playing a couple ranks down in this matchup now. Great catch by Manny. Look at this. Straight to the outside, opens up off the floor. Douglas picks the serve, though.
Douglas picks the serve, rifles it inside, and Bueno scoops it. Here's the backhand by Manny. Here's Manny from the 12 line, forehand. Foronda coming back to the 9. Backhand, 2-wall. Douglas takes it in the air. Powerful forehand by Douglas. Robote forehand over the head of Douglas. Nice duck. There's the backhand by Douglas. Robote coming out. To the inside it goes. Manny's there. Backhand. Here's the catch by Bueno. Cortada by Bueno. Will score. 3 points for Foronda and Amigarena. Amigarena here, backed up by Bueno. Foronda serves.
Well, Bueno's got a little bit of backcourt experience in battle court, albeit was it Division 5? Ikeda Bueno. Bueno was playing behind him, so.
Look, he stepped in without missing a beat.
Yeah, I mean, Douglas was blasting it right back to Bueno, and both times he's made the catch.
Fault, underserve. Battle court rules allow for 2 serves. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the forehand 7 line.
I mean, trying to attack the lowest ranked player out there on the court, but he's not making any mistakes.
Here's the backhand. This one caught by Bueno. Bueno from the forehand. Robote left side. There's the backhand. Robote forehand. Here's a catch by Foronda. Backhand from the 8 line. Manny's there. Douglas reaching back. Powerful forehand. Here's a backhand by Bueno to the inside. Manny's there. Manny from the 11 line. Bueno again, flawless in the backcourt. Foronda, backhand to the inside. Manny tipped it at the side wall. 4 points for Foronda and Bueno. Foronda has a serve.
It just hasn't been Manny's best day in terms of catching. I mean, even in the practices, he's missing a number of balls that we're not used to seeing. But again, when you place it close to the side wall, you're going to see a few more misses. That one right on the numbers again, crossing at the 12. It's now 3 points in a row since Bueno has stepped in for Amigarena. 3 points in a row for the Cyclones, that is.
Beautiful backhand by Bueno. Carries high to the back wall. Douglas at the side wall. Foronda makes the catch. Backhand right up the middle. Caught by Manny. Manny over the top. Caught by Foronda. Foronda to the inside. Caught by Manny. Inside placement. Stopped by Foronda. Foronda backhand. Goes wall to wall. Douglas has it. To the inside he goes. What a catch by Bueno. Douglas, drop shot. Foronda reads it, has it. Karam will score. 5 points, possible set point for Foronda and Bueno. Bueno stepping in here for Amigarena. Possible set point.
Stepping in, hasn't missed a ball, haven't lost a point. I mean, again, sometimes you're an underdog and you don't have a lot to lose. They're playing free, and I mean, you're seeing it right now. Great catching by both players.
A little distracted.
Well, you know, sometimes you think if you have maybe a significant advantage in terms of the rankings, you can just outcatch your opponent, and you still got to do something.
Douglas picks a hard serve and throws a beautiful Costado 2-all off the serve to score. 3 points for Douglas and Manny. Douglas has the serve, still possible set point.
Yeah, Douglas was committed to taking this serve, and then look at that 2-wall.
That's so beautifully done by Douglas. Very well done. Bueno on the backhand. Robote. Bueno over the top. Douglas is there. Douglas fires it to the inside. Robote, left side. Costalo 2-all again scoring for Douglas. Douglas firing these 2-alls with success. 4 points for Douglas and Manny. Of the Warriors, Douglas has the serve.
Well, he certainly turned it up a
That's
gear.
a
maybe
fired
2,
up
3,
Douglas,
or 4. We'll see. 2 in a row. One better than the next.
Here's the backhand to the inside. Here's the backhand. Robote coming out. Robote forehand by Douglas. Douglas down low. Powerful, powerful backhand. Robote comes out to the 5-line. Fire to the inside. Robote, died coming off the back wall. Point and a hard-fought set to Ferronda and Bueno. Taking the first set, 6-4. 2 minutes go on the board. We'll come back out and play our next set. So barring any other injuries.
Boy, knock on wood today. I mean, tough luck for the Cyclones, but the way they're battling is awesome to see. I mean, playing severely shorthanded, and they take the first set. I mean, got started with this beautiful high carambola. He thought Douglas maybe was dealing with an injury, but then he saw a real one. Amiga Reina had to come off the court there.
Well, yeah, but Douglas there in the...
Yeah, well, he's had ankle issues.
Oh, yeah, when
broken an ankle.
when someone steps... Yeah.
I mean, when it's non-contact like that, it's a little scarier, too.
Very
I mean, you
scary.
see that in all sports other time. I mean...
Well, we're all recovering from that. Well, not all of us, I'm sure more than he, but recovering from that injury when we saw Spinner take the one step back here at the 13 line, didn't appear to do anything, went straight down, and it was a full rupture of the Achilles. One of the things with Highlight is that, remember, they are running around on concrete. And there's a lot of planting and twisting. Lower limb injuries are actually fairly common. In fact, the most common injury that we have are knee injuries. Don't see so many ankle injuries, but see a lot of knee injuries. People often ask, well, you see more shoulder, and no. Douglas, cat-like reflexes getting out of the way there in that replay.
Yeah, you like that little run there by Douglas at the end. I mean, you just like to see that maybe a little bit earlier in the set. He didn't start throwing it until they were backed up on the ropes. I mean, down 5-2, and then 2 walls scoring perfectly. And Ferrona wasn't close to either of them. Now, maybe we'll see a little bit of a change up in strategy here for the Warriors, but I mean, you know, Amiga Reina comes out, is just getting better and better by the day there in the backcourt, catches almost everything. Bueno comes in, he's 3 ranks lower. You think, hey, this is going to be a walk in the park now if you're the Warriors, but Bueno came out there, caught. I don't think he made a mistake. I mean, the 2 points that the Warriors scored came off of 2 walls.
I think I'm having some sympathetic pain. My calf hurts. I mean, you
That's
saw
it
how I
happens.
went flying there for just a moment. I don't often do that, but my, oh my.
Hey, you saw.
How's your calf?
It's tight, yeah.
Both
but
of them?
I'm dealing with a little pain.
All right,
yeah,
all right.
That's why you haven't seen me out there practicing, Stu. Second set. Well, you did see Amiga Reina over there on the bench with the
We were ready
chief
to begin our
judge.
next set. Douglas will have the serve.
Yeah, there's that look again. I mean, icing the calf.
That actually looks like it would feel really good right now, actually. Andrew, get some ice. Douglas serves. The set is underway. Douglas, backhand to the inside. Here's Bueno. Douglas makes the catch mid-court. Forehand to the inside. Robote to the outside. Manny moving out there to take it on the bounce. Beautiful catch. And he scores on the return. First point. The important second set goes to Douglas and Manny of the Warriors. Douglas has the serve.
Well, this was going to be a difficult scoop either for Bueno or Ferronda, so look at Manny, though. Great read, coming over the top to the inside. That ball would have kicked way up, across the sidewall. Don't even know if Bueno would have had a play on it.
Rebote left side by Douglas. That ball goes in and out of the cesta of Bueno. 2 points for Douglas and Manny. Douglas serves. A little late notice there for Bueno.
Well, Ferronda leapt,
Yeah.
and Bueno's vision was obstructed there, and then Manny was right in front of him, too, and made his way out at the last second. So a lot going on. Can't blame him on that one.
Here's the backhand to the inside. Manny on the backhand. Douglas to the inside. Douglas on the backhand. Bueno's there. Backhand by Bueno to the inside. Douglas for the big bounce. Stopped by Bueno on the left side. Beautiful catch. Here's the backhand by Bueno. Rebote left side by Ferronda. Here's Douglas. Douglas to the inside. Bueno sets. Backhand from the 10 line. Rebote forehand. Ferronda cuts it off. Goes back to the outer corner. Manny on the rebote. Bueno alone at the 11 line to make the catch. Here's the backhand.
Oh, what a catch by Douglas.
What a catch by Bueno. Backhand 2-all by Bueno, stopped by Manny. Manny brings it over the top, scoop by Ferronda. Change of pace, drop shot, stopped by Douglas. Philo by Douglas, stopped by Ferronda. Karam by Ferronda, caught the pad. What a series of catches and throws. Point for Douglas and Manny.
Not often you scoop the Philo. I mean, Manny, again, he's been reading the ball beautifully. Back on the outside. Look at this scoop here by Ferronda. I mean, that drop shot, I mean, that's still in the air up at the 6 line. I mean, when you get it here, you think you're going to score, and just catching the top part of the pad.
Here's a backhand by Bueno. Douglas coming cross court, makes the catch. Backhand by Bueno to the inside. Here's Douglas. Ferronda lets loose to the backhand. Douglas is at the 4 line to make the forehand rebote right to the left side of Bueno. Catch by Manny. Manny, hard throw. Rebote coming out. Ferronda, forehand rebote. Lays it up. Manny's there. Rebote. Left side. Ball tipped in the backcourt. 4 points for Douglas and Manny of the Warriors. Douglas serves.
Well played second set, though. I mean, how active is Douglas in this one compared to the
Very much
really
so.
the first 90% of that first set? I mean, he's everywhere, cutting balls off on the inside, controlling the play up in the front, and giving Bueno fits here in the back, finally able to score on that high bouncer.
Big right side by Manny. Catch by Manny. Ferronda, low and hard. Manny going for the rebote. It's not there. There'll be no shutout. Ferronda and Bueno on the board with a point. Ferronda serves. One thing interesting watching Ferronda come back here to serve is how he's adjusted to the pace of play here for Battle Court. He's very much gotten into it. Low hard serve, crossing the sidewall and stopped by Manny. Here's Fronton. Backhand. Here's a backhand by Douglas. Caught. And returned by Bueno. There's a backhand by Douglas. What a catch by Fronton. One-handed grab on the left side. On the wall all the way out to the rebote. Catch by Fronton. Fronton inside
scores.
placement to score. My, oh my, beautiful shot there by Fronton. Fronton and Bueno with 2 points. And the serve.
Well, the soft, low placement shot to the inside has been scoring since that pad came down a couple more inches. I mean, Manny is back at the 13 line. Not going to get to that one before the second bounce.
Manny keeping it on the left side, trying to keep it on the left side. That ball is coming out of his cesta. So Fronton and Bueno now of the Cyclones with 3 points. Douglas and Manny with 4. Fronton has the serve.
And a 3-point run again. Just when you thought that the Warriors were in control.
Yeah, it happened before. I have to imagine Douglas is looking to grab one of these serves again. Here's the backhand by Manny. Catch by Bueno. Bueno goes deep. Rebote coming out. Rebote forehand by Douglas. Rebote forehand. Here's the catch by Bueno. Rebote forehand by Fronton. Ball tipped in the backcourt. 4-4 is the score. Fronton has the serve for the Cyclones.
Wow. And just like that, Stu, a 4-point run. I mean, again, all those misses really coming into the backcourt there with Manny. He struggled off the serve. He struggled on the bounce today. Unlike anything we've really seen from him. That's another good serve.
Excellent catch off a great serve by Fronton. Rebote for Fronton. He sends it deep. Rebote for Douglas. To the inside it goes. Bueno, great catch at the 11 line. Here's the backhand. Manny on the forehand. Beautiful pickup, but he does not hold on to it. That is 5 points for Douglas and Manny of the Warriors. Possible set point.
Boy, I don't know if that one was going to cross the sidewall and kick up, but Fronton stepped right in front of Bueno, who's been catching almost everything in the back.
Fault over serve. Battle court rules allow for 2 serves. Second serve must be good. Good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. Fronton going for the serve, tipped it. Point and set to Douglas and Manny. They take the second set 6-4. We'll move on to a third and decisive set in just 2 minutes.
Yeah, that was a pretty good second serve. I mean, that crossed the sidewall late, and
Fronton felt that he had a play on it.
Yeah,
but
he wanted that badly, trying to get a quick point, and just didn't go their way. 6-4. The Warriors do just enough to close out that second set.
Here we are back in the DraftKings Players Cage. Players taking their breaks back here in between sets and to prepare for matches. See Manny talking with Nicholas. Nicholas has already played. I mean, look how good his hair looks. I mean, whether facial hair or head hair. I mean, he's killing it.
Just one
of course,
match
he covered
today,
it up.
so
A little bashful.
Yeah.
Here we are with the Cyclones. See Bueno, who's just pulled yeoman's duty. He's come out and substituted now twice.
He's not done. But wait, there's more, Stu. He's coming out next.
He's got a singles match next.
Division 4 singles. Bueno will be substituting for Ron. So if you're joining us a little bit late, Ron went out with injury in match number 4. Then Amigarena went out with injury in this 5th match. So the Cyclones down 2 players. Bueno is the highest ranked player available to sub in this match. He stepped in with Fronton. took the first set 6-4, battled their way in the second set. Warriors came out ahead 6-4, and here we are with a third set to decide it.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, you are watching Battle Court live from the Magic City Jai-Alai Fronton in Miami, Florida. Currently in our 5th of 6 scheduled matches on the game day. Thanks in part to the effort of Bueno stepping up to substitute for not one but 2 injured teammates.
Third set.
We're ready to begin our third and final set. Ferrando will have the serve for the Cyclones.
Game day score at the moment, Warriors ahead to 3-2.5. So with the win here, the Warriors will secure the game day win. But the fact that we're even playing this third set, just a testament to both Ferrando and Bueno. I mean, Ferrando so aggressive up in the front today, doing a great job, and Bueno in the back. I mean, he's been the star today. Standout play, particularly in this match.
Here's the serve. Our third set is now underway. Robote, forehand, is not played. First point of the third set goes to Douglas and Manny of the Warriors. Douglas has the serve.
Best way to start the set if you're the Warriors. Don't have to do too much. First Robote comes out, just a swing and a miss. Should settle him down here, moving through the set.
Here's a backhand. Here's a backhand by Manny. Bueno from the 12 line. Douglas, powerful backhand. Oh, that ball tipped at the side wall. 2 points for Douglas and Manny. Douglas has the serve.
Yeah, different type of zip on the ball now.
Yeah, Douglas and Manny looking pretty composed. Bueno fired up here in the backcourt. No question about that. Played a lot of points, has quite a few points to play left to finish out the game day. It's a backhand by Bueno. Manny's there. Robote for Ferrando. Ferrando on the forehand, Robote. Robote by Douglas. Bueno from the 12 line. To the inside, Manny's there. Here's a backhand by Douglas, powerfully thrown on the wall. What a catch by Ferrando. Robote left side. Oh, that took off and hit the overhead screen. That's out of play. That's a point for the Cyclones. Ferrando and Bueno. Ferrando has the serve. Yeah, you really need to avoid unforced errors, especially in a third set. You don't want to give any points away.
Yeah, that
had the overhead screen.
Boy, that had to have escaped because that was way up in the overhead screen.
Yeah. Outside serve, stopped by Manny. Manny over the top. Here's Bueno on the forehand. Bueno plays it high. Big bounce. Robote coming midcourt. Douglas is there. Catch by Ferrando. Backhand. Here's Manny. Bueno, beautiful catch, pulling that off the sidewall. Here's the backhand by Manny again. Bueno's there. Backhand. Robote left side. Big bounce to the inside. Manny goes up, makes the catch behind the 13 line. Bueno calls for the catch. Forehand play from the 10 line. Douglas takes it in the air. Backhand. Powerfully thrown. Robote. Forehand by Ferrando. Here's Manny. What a catch by Bueno up high on the right side. Here's Douglas. Backhand. Another bullet. Robote coming out. Rebote forehand to the inside. Manny's there. Rebote forehand straight back. Catch by Bueno. Bueno now on the backhand from the 11 line to the inside. Rebote coming to the forehand of Douglas. Ferrando with the catch. Backhand from the 8 line. To the corner it goes. Low rebote. Douglas makes the save. Here's Bueno. Cortada by Bueno. Stopped by Douglas. Douglas to the inside. Ball tipped by Bueno. 3 points for Douglas and Manny of the Warriors. Douglas has the serve.
Finally able to score with that costado back to the inside. I mean, Bueno was right in position, right off the frame. And Douglas elevates this one. Bueno, I mean, just stuck right there. Maybe could have taken a step up, made that catch a little bit easier for himself, but not to be there. 3-1. Warriors leading late in this one.
Here's a backhand by Bueno, right up the middle. Caught on the forehand of Manny. Ferrando makes the catch. Here's the backhand. Bueno takes it in the air. Backhand from the 11 line. Rebote forehand. Douglas moves in. Has it on the costado. Hard to the inside. What a catch by Bueno. Big backhand. Catch by Manny. Outside placement by Manny. Perfectly executed and scoring. 4 points for Douglas and Manny. Douglas has the serve.
May have been setting that up for the last 2.5 sets. I mean, the defense going the opposite way right here. He's in more to the middle of the court. He's got it on the forehand. Look at Ferrando. I mean, he's opened up to the side wall.
No one's going outside. Look at how this curves to the outside. Yeah. It's perfect. Rebote left side by Douglas. Beautiful catch by Bueno. Backhand from the 11 line. Bueno on the backhand. Backhand by Manny. Here's Ferrando. Backhand from the 9 line. Manny makes a fine catch in the backcourt. Powerful backhand. Rebote kicks out to the 6 line. Turned on the forehand of Ferrando. Ball goes off the tip of Bueno Cesta. This is 5 points for Douglas and Manny of the Warriors. Possible match point.
We saw a sizable lead for the Warriors in that second set. Gave it away. Still able to close it out 6-4. We just got to end the mystery right here.
There's the backhand. Backhand 2-all to the forehand of Douglas. Douglas powerfully from the right side, crossing that side wall to score. Point, set, and match for Douglas and Manny of the Warriors, taking it in the third and final set, 6-1.
6-4, 6-1. Douglas and Manny come back and take that match in 3 sets. And with that, the Warriors secured the game day win. 1 match left. 4th Division singles. Julian will take on Bueno. Again, Bueno substituting for Ron.
As soon as that highlight ball leaves the cesta, you can't blink because every second is packed with action. Keep up with the world's fastest ball sport all game day long with bets on the matches, the sets, and each individual point. Find your favorite team or player and get in on the action with DraftKings, the official sports betting partner of the World Jai-Alai League. The crown is yours.
Game day score, do you see? Over 4 points for the Warriors. That's good enough to win the game day. 1 point up for grabs in this singles match coming up next. And the Warriors in the playoff picture right now, currently in third place, but their fate will lie in the hands of the Chargers and the Fireballs to see if they'll remain there after Friday night. We got our winners ready to go. Douglas and Manny.
All right, Douglas, Manny, congratulations on winning that match. It was a pretty hectic start after Miguel's injury. How do you regain focus after moments like that in a game?
Yeah, you know, when he got injured, we were up 2-1. I think that definitely threw the momentum off a little bit. And with Bueno, we've never played against Bueno in the backcourt, so it was a little bit different. But after the first set, after we lost that first set, we just calmed down, played conservative, volleyed, and we knew that if we did that, we'd have a good chance.
Cuéntame cómo mantienes foco cuando algo pasa como el injury de Miguel.
Bueno es otro tipo de velocidad.
Bueno, it's just another type of animal.
Entonces tienes que adaptarte a esa velocidad porque a Miguel tira un poco más fuerte, viene más la pelota más.
So you just have to kind of get used to that new movement. Miguel throws the ball a little bit harder, but Bueno just has a lot of speed.
Si dejas a rebote, no sale mucho a rebote.
So you can let it go to the rebote, it doesn't really come out, so it's just different. Well, guys, again, congratulations on winning that match. To see what else happens on today's game day.
Thank you. Thank you.
One more to go, Stu. It's the 4th division singles here. We got Julian not substituting. You see Ron there on the left. He's going to have a substitute come in. That will be Bueno. Ron suffered an injury in match number 4 in the doubles, so the next highest ranked player, that is Bueno, Division 5, subbing for Division 4. He'll take on Julian here. Julian, 2-0. Ron was 1-0 in singles to begin the year. There's the serve by Bueno. We begin. Forehand to the inside. Oh, what a catch by Bueno off the side wall. There's Julian at the 10 line, the backhand. Here's Bueno. Big backhand again by Julian, right in the corner. Bueno, rebote on a knee, played to the inside, on the wall. Oh, good control by Julian. That ball kicked up. Rebote left side, comes out to the middle of the court. Julian with time, low and hard on the forehand. That's dropping. What a scoop again by Bueno. Julian lays it up. Bueno on the forehand. Julian steps back. Julian at the 9. High and hard again. Forehand rebote. Played just above the pad. Here's Julian. Higher and harder. Bueno off his footing. Throws a 2-wall. Julian tracks it down on the outside. Julian lower and harder. That one will score. Julian on the board first here in our final match. Forehand rebote to the inside. Forehand to the inside. Good catch by Bueno. Forehand over the top to the inside. That's going to score for Bueno. 1-1. We're tied up. Big backhand. Bueno takes it off the sidewall, straight to the outside. Julian doesn't overrun it. There's the backhand, the low runner. That's getting by to score. 2 points for Julian. He leads.
Julian powerful from the backhand to the inside and scoring. Well done.
Oh, outside placement. That lands out of play. Quick point for Julian. He leads 3-1. Oh, backhand 2-all. Julian could not scoop it up. Bueno's going to get a second point, and he serves.
It's a bold shot for Bueno. Bold shot selection. That backhand 2-all not always working. Work there.
Fault under serve. Second serve coming up. Julian advances on the serve. Powerful backhand dropped into the corner. Robote forehand. Bueno's got it. Right at the feet of Julian, backing up. He stops it on the right side. Forehand coming in low and hard. Bueno's got it again. Long drop shot. Ooh, that's dropped in to score. 3-3. We're tied it up. Look at this one, Stu. I mean, just above the pad here.
Beautifully done. Really beautifully done.
Backhand to the inside. That's a good catch by Bueno. Trying to pass Julian. He steps back. Forehand from deep in the backcourt. Plays off the sidewall. Bueno scooped it up. Low runner now. Julian advancing on it. Just did get there in the air. Big backhand follows. Bueno lays up the rebote. Julian attacking. Up at the 7 line. Low and hard to the inside. Bueno scooped it up again. His backhand. It does pass. It's on the wall. Julian makes a good save. Low hard forehand. Oh, Julian somehow got that on the right side. Here's Bueno. Into the Costado. It's a 2-all that opens up.
Oh, what a good catch.
Julian avoids the net, drops it inside. Point still going. Bueno drops it into the pad. 4-3, Julian leads.
Bueno trying everything to kill these shots. I mean, I don't even know if Tired covers it. If we go back and look at all the points that Bueno has played, in a losing effort, his own match, and then substituting for others. But I mean, he's played more points than anyone else in the building.
Backhand to the outside. Julian low and hard on the return. That's tipped. 5 points. Julian has a possible set point.
Sorry. You get a freeze.
Forehand rebote. Here's Bueno waiting for it at the 9 line. Backhand, high and hard. Julian looks for it. Rebote played to the inside. Bueno on the bounce. He stops it up at the 9. Run throw again. Julian going to let that one pass. Rebote lay it up. This ball going to be floating close to the sidewall. Bueno. It's that low runner. Julian steps back. High and hard now. Bueno coming into the backcourt. Rebote, that's coming up the middle. Actually to the outside. Julian stays with it. Julian low and hard. That will score for the set. Julian takes it. 6-3. 2 minutes. We'll come back and play. Set 2.
So Julian there going back to what works. Consistent catching on the right side. Consistent hard throwing to the inside. You're watching Battle Court live from the Magic City Jai-Alai Fronton in Miami, Florida. We're currently in our 6th and final match on the game day. Singles match. Featuring the Warriors and Cyclones. Julian for the Warriors. Bueno for the Cyclones. Here we are in the DraftKings players cage. See Julian taking a break there.
Well, he's certainly getting some movement there. You see the short of Julian. Would feel good. But Bueno's the one that's, I mean, he's had a day. And it wasn't a planned.
Yeah, no one's fanning Bueno.
But
350 points the guy's played. 350 points. And
you think Tennessee would take the gun and start massaging Bueno himself here? Yeah, Bueno was scheduled for just one match today with Manu, and he had to play matches 4, 5, and 6 consecutively here. Hasn't won any of those yet, but a chance in this singles match. He's got to win the next 2 sets. Just a long day of highlight here for Bueno, and a long day for Julian as well. I mean, we haven't talked about the fact that Julian is playing his third and final match of the day. He's won both, though, so a little bit of a different energy there for Julian. I mean, can't feel all too good, but I'm sure the winning energy helps just a little bit. Not going to feel as tired compared to if you go to 0-2. It's just tough to get back out there and compete one final time.
Bueno looks pretty fresh.
He's ready to go, though. I mean, Bueno, you love the fight. Good stuff. Mostly his substitute appearances today. Got the second set ready to go. Bueno will have the serve. There's a serve. Our second set has begun. Bueno back there at the 10 line. High and hard that passes. Julian looking for the rebote. Rebote played to the inside. Scoop by Bueno. Julian, quick turn again on the rebote. Bueno stays up in the front. Backing up. Scooped it up at the 9 line. Rebote left side there by Bueno. The 2 wall is too low. Julian gets the first point of set 2.
Bueno trying to take advantage of the lower pad there. Obviously, if that one lands on the glass, Julian's nowhere near it.
Bueno takes it in at the 12 line. Julian steps back, not going to let that one pass. Low and hard on the return, crossing the side wall. That's perfectly placed. Quick second point for Julian, leading 2-0.
Bueno having the appearance that there's not much left in the tank here in this second set. I mean, I couldn't blame him.
Forehand rebote by Julian. That sticks inside. There's a scoop by Bueno. Bueno with a carom. That's too low. Into the pad. The pad is bad.
Again, Bueno trying anything to finish these points off quickly. It's just not working for him. He's found the lower pad 2 or 3 occasions now in this match.
Fault over serve. Second serve coming up. Big backhand. Dropped in the corner. Rebote play to the inside. Crossing. What a catch by Bueno. Picked it right off the side wall. Big backhand again. Bueno switches to the left at the last second. Julian attacks up at the 5 line. Low and hard right to the inside. Oh my, what a scoop by Bueno. Ran back to the inside. That one missed. Great effort, but that's a 4-0 lead for Julian.
Tremendous effort by Bueno.
Forehand inside, right on the wall. Good pickup there by Bueno. At the feet of Bueno, steps around it, takes it on the forehand. Julian now on the right side, even lower this time. Making 5 in a row. Julian has 5 points. That's a possible set and a possible match point. Big backhand, wall-to-wall. Rebote forehand. Bueno pushes it to the outside. Julian gets there again. Julian low and hard. That one scores for the win. Point, set, and match. 6-3, 6-0. Julian wins it in straight sets. Warriors take the game day 5.5 to 2.5. And folks, stay tuned. Post-game show coming up here in just a few moments.
What is Battle Court Jai-Alai? The world's fastest ball sport, and so much more. Jai-Alai is played inside a 3-wall court that measures just 120 feet long by 33 feet wide. The game is played with a hand-woven wicker basket called a cesta and a Jai-Alai ball. The ball is as hard as a rock, and it travels around the court at an average speed of 150 miles per hour. Players will crash into the sidewall or throw themselves onto the concrete ground without a single layer of padding just to get to it. Jai-Alai is like playing baseball if you had to catch and throw with just the gloved hand. And it's a rally sport, kind of like tennis, but much more dangerous.
Manny, there's a carom. Bradley on the move, breaking. He got there. Blast the forehand. Everybody out of the way, and Nicholas got hit by the ball.
Jai-Alai is played as a singles match or as a doubles match. The match winner is the first player or doubles pair to win 2 out of 3 sets played to 6 points.
Gaucheri up in the front court towards the inside. What a scoop!
What an amazing
by Douglas.
catch.
Gaucheri picks it up in the front court, whips it inside.
What another
one.
mate. Did it
He
again.
made it.
2 times back to back. That's freaking crazy.
Here's Gaucheri, 2-wall return. Douglas reaching outside. Powerful forehand at the feet is missed for the
Point,
win.
set, and match.
Point, set, and match.
That's
Douglas.
respect.
Every point rally begins with a serve, then the players alternate catching and throwing the ball. While a point is being played, the ball can hit any of the court walls, but it cannot bounce twice on the ground. Simply put, the object of the game is to catch one more ball than your opponent, or better yet, to fire the ball so it can't be caught. When a player cannot successfully return the ball to the front wall, then 1 point is awarded to the opposition and the next rally begins with a new serve. A Battle Court game day consists of 6 matches, and the team that wins the most matches wins the day. Pick your favorite team, doubles pairing or singles player, and cheer for them all season long. Or up the ante and bet on it. Battle Court Jai-Alai allows for wagering on the matches, the sets, and each individual point. The ball is lethal, the game is lightning fast, and the action is limitless. This is Battle Court Jai-Alai.
Hey everyone, welcome into the Battle Court postgame show. Warriors win the game day 5.5 to 2.5 over the Cyclones. We have our player of the day ready to go. Joining us on headset, that's going to be Julian for the Warriors. Julian playing all 3 matches today for your team and actually coming through in all 3 of them. What does it mean to get those points for the Warriors looking to repeat as champions?
I mean, it's always good to win, so I will have to say good.
Yeah, and that first match that you played with Nicholas, that was the first time that you guys found the win column. What was the difference to be able to get you guys right and back on track tonight?
To be honest, I don't know. We did the same in all the matches, but I guess we were luckier today, so I don't know. Or maybe I played better and Nicholas played better too. I don't know.
Julian, when you're going into, when you know that you have 3 matches to play, it's obviously been a source of a lot of discussion.
I hate it.
No, yes, I know it's not the most popular thing amongst the players. We're working on it. Believe me, we're working on it.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
When you do know that you have to play 3 matches, how do you prepare for it mentally? Do you conserve your energy through the first 2, save it for the third, or is it just match by match?
Haven't you seen me the whole day sitting in the couch?
I've been watching, yeah.
Yes, that's, I don't know. I don't prepare, to be honest. I just go out there and give my best, do the best, and try to win, and that's it.
Well, certainly worked out for you today,
Absolutely.
Julian. 3-0, big game day for the Warriors, back in the top 4 in the playoffs. Congratulations, our player of the day.
Thank you, Julian.
Thank you.
And coming back over here to Stu and I, you're going to see that game day score 5.5 to 2.5. We'll roll some of the replays as well. I mean, understandably tired there, Julian, after all 3 matches.
There's been a lot going on today.
Yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of folks that have had to step in there and play a couple matches, so I mean, understandable. But hey, when you win all 3 of them, it's got to feel just a little bit better. Going to get some replays rolling here to recap the Warriors and the Cyclones. Here we get started in that 3rd division match. It was Nicholas and Julian against Bueno Manu.
That backhand 2-all from Manu that was giving his opponents fits, absolute fits. Manu broke it out 3 times today, 3 times successfully, 1 time unsuccessfully. Again, just carrying it off the side wall. See Nicholas here putting Manu all the way against the back wall, but he still cracks off a 2-all that lands in and scores. Again, that backhand 2-all, controversial here at Magic City, but still very successful.
Effective there. Another replay, Julian, powerful forehand here. Just getting it by Manu.
I mean, Julian does that so well. Catches it on the right side, throws a lot of sidearm, but again, with a high degree of accuracy, gets it back to cross the side wall, where even a player like Manu, who's making those catches left and right, it sets up a difficult catch for him. Very well done. And Ron, before his injury, you see him go to the drop shot. And that, Stan was close to getting to it, but that took its second bounce just off the tip. Here we see Ron again. Just changing things up. Throw the ball where your opponent's not. No white shirts there, white and black shirts there for the Warriors. Just off the tip of Stan Sesta.
Aggressive play by Ron. Good to see that every day. Going here, this top-ranked singles match, Douglas against Manu. Look at that 2-all from the inside.
Yeah, just thrown so well by Douglas. Douglas was able to put together some beautiful 2-alls today. Play with he was playing hot. When he plays, Douglas is one of those players that when he does play with a certain amount of frustration, if he could play through the frustration, tends to score a lot of points.
Here, Douglas, look at that save.
Beautiful rebote save on the 2-all, but Manu reads it, huh?
Yeah, stops it, and look at this forehand crossing, and that's vicious.
The sidewall is your friend if you're throwing. If you're trying to catch the ball and the ball's on the sidewall, always, we can explain to players, and especially here at Magic City, it's particularly difficult. When the ball crosses the sidewall, you need to have your cesta right there to take the ball off of the sidewall. I mean, easier said than done. This sidewall is finicky, though. Not each bounce is consistent. That one just going over the cesta, going over the top of Douglas's cesta.
And then this is the finale, Stu. Good way to close out the match. Manu tracks it down, looking at the 2-all off the rebote.
What you can't see is Manu striking his head. I think we may be able to see it here. An impressive head strike. We want to know why they're wearing helmets. Look at this. Boom. Oh my goodness. No. I'm going to tell you something. In football, that'll get you, what's his name? Concussion protocol, yeah?
I mean, we've seen it. I mean, you slam down. I mean, look at this, and then slams it down hard. And
if nothing else, his neck.
That's why you wear helmets, and those are some pretty good ones. Those Bauer helmets, too. I've heard good things from hockey players that previously played with them. They're durable, so.
Yeah, especially when hitting the concrete.
Yeah, you're seeing it there. Good to know that the helmet will last.
We'll protect, well, in Nicholas's case, his hair.
And got to protect that hair, Stu. See the support there by opponents, and then
Bueno.
This is Bueno for the first time.
I mean, Amigo Reno this is when he was subbing for Migarena or Ron?
Yes, subbing for Amiga Reina.
So this was the second substitution
Yes.
where he went in to the backcourt. Again, Bueno winning Ironman contest of the day. I basically went in back after he was starting his fourth game and said, look, man, we don't have anything to give you other than a commemorative set of battle court plates.
Well, those are some good plates, Stu.
So, yeah.
Yeah, you laugh, but you haven't seen the plates.
No, I have seen the plates. They're beautiful. They're the one item that people won't buy in merch. It's a full set for 8 people.
Well, that outside placement,
just
putting
beautifully
food
done
on the table for someone there. Well done. Closing that match out for the Warriors. Stu and I are going to join you here back on camera. It's a big shot for Manny winning that match and the day 5.5 to 2.5. And let's see where all of our teams stack up now in our Fall 24 Battle Court season. We got a quick look just a few moments ago, but the Renegades a full game day ahead of the Warriors, who are tied with the Cyclones for second. Chargers and Fireballs will be competing on Friday. A chance for both of those teams to get back into the top 4. Devils at the bottom now. 5.5 points. That's going to be tough to make up that crown, but still a lot of season to go to. Only 4 game days played for the Devils, and after Friday, it will be 4 game days played for every team. It's been a great day. Again, we'll be back with the Fireballs and Chargers. That's Friday night, 7 p.m. Eastern start time. Get started in Division 6 doubles. Jedin and Cabrera take on El Barba and Gallo. Then Hormachea will substitute for Inaki in singles only. He'll take on Zuleika. Then Jedin and Ikeda against El Barba and Arta. Followed by top division doubles, Inaki and Ubia against Zuleika and Benny. So you'll see Inaki in that one. Then Hormachea and Ikeda take on Itrabide and Gallo. And the singles, Ubia against Benny in the third division, will close out the game day. Stu and I will be back here as we continue
Friday
on this
night.
Fall 24 Battle Court season on Friday night. Until then, have a great week, everybody.
See you Friday at 7 p.m.
Do you have any serving rituals?
Yeah, I have a lot of them.
Today we're comparing the tennis ball to the highlight ball.
Just like that effortless look, but it's really a lot of effort.
5 facts about Battle Court Highlight you didn't know.
The ball averages a speed of 150 miles an hour, and the world record is 190 miles an hour.
Hi, my name is Anderson, and I cracked this glass.
I love y'all boys!